The next senior being recognized is Tyler Beckwith. Joining the team from Crystal Lake, Illinois, he graduated from Carthage with a degree in exercise and sports science, a two-time academic honor roll selection. Beckwith plans to go into coaching after graduation. He is joined on the field today by his grandparents, Vidge and Neary. Next is Jacob Boucher. Jacob joined the program from Untitled Chapter and will graduate with a degree in athletic training, a team captain and academic all-conference honoree. He plans to attend graduate school to pursue a doctorate in physical therapy. Jacob is escorted today by Tracy and J.P. Boucher. Next is David Collins. Joining the Firebirds from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, David will graduate with a degree in finance, a two-time conference player of the week.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into Carthage football. The senior day ceremonies have begun down on the field. I'll turn it over to PA announcer Pete Jerkovic with the introductions.
And Dan Collins. Up next is Jalen Dennis. Hailing from Wheeling, Illinois, Jalen has been a three-year starter and captain for the program and will graduate from Carthage with a degree in exercise sports science and a minor in secondary education. He plans to enter graduate school next year and play his last year of football. Jalen is escorted on the field today by his parents, Helen and Larry Dennis, his brother, Amani Dennis, and grandparents, Gideon and Esther Murray. Next, we have Hayden Fisher. Joining the program from Wheaton, Illinois, Hayden will graduate from Carthage with a criminal justice degree, a two-time CCIW All-Academic Award winner. He plans to work in the criminal justice field after graduation. Hayden is joined today by Jim and Jennifer Fisher. Next, we have Trey Grabo. A Kenosha, Wisconsin native, Trey will graduate from Carthage with a degree in exercise sports science. He plans to attend physical therapy school after graduation and is joined today by Dad Chris and sister Nikki. Next is Sam Limbaugh. Joining the team from Woodstock, Illinois, Sam is set to graduate from Carthage with a degree in business management. He plans to find a job in the business world after graduation. He is joined today by his parents, Allie and Jim. Next, we have Anthony Martin. Hailing from Lamont, Illinois, Anthony will graduate with a political science degree. He is joined on the field today by Tanya Martin and Todd Larkins. Next, we have Drew Neville. Drew joined the team from Rolling Meadows, Illinois, and will graduate from Carthage with a degree in accounting and business management. An all-conference and academic all-conference honoree from the CCIW, he plans to begin working at BKD in tax accounting. Drew is escorted today by his mom, Nita, and dad, Patrick. Up next, we have Dylan Ramirez. Joining the team from Skokie, Illinois, Dylan will graduate with a degree in exercise and sports science. A four-year starter for the program, Dylan plans to begin coaching after graduation. He is joined on the field today by Dad Raul, Mom Marie, brother Jonathan, and girlfriend Yamilet. Up next is Omar Roberts. Omar came to Carthage from Naperville, Illinois, and will graduate with a degree in computer science. He is escorted on the field today by Darren and Kawadi Roberts. Next, we have Jalen Slater. Joining the team from Hillside, Illinois, Jalen will graduate from Carthage with a business management degree. He plans to move back home, get a job in business, coaching, or personal training. He is joined on the field today by his mom, Karen, dad, Leroy, and brother, Tobias. Next up is Tommy Williams. Tommy joined the program from Baytown, Texas, and is set to graduate with a degree in commercial design. He plans to begin working in the architecture field after graduation. Our next senior being recognized today is Alexander Jensch. A manager with the team for 4 years, he joined the program from Adel, Wisconsin, and is set to graduate with a degree in history and technical theater. After graduation, he plans to begin working as a museum curator in Colorado Springs. Our final senior being honored today is Nicholas Neary. A 4-year manager for the team, Nicholas came to Carthage from Bloomingdale, Illinois. He will graduate with a business management degree and plans to pursue a master's degree while working as a graduate assistant for the next 2 years. He is joined on the field by his parents, Nick and Terry, and his brother, Luke. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for your 2021 Carthage Firebird football senior class.
Well, the seniors gathering for one more time here at Carthage College on the surface of Art Keller Field as the team heads back into the locker room here for the brief period with the coaches. 17 players, a couple of managers, and their last time all together here as a football unit this afternoon here on 1050 WLIP. John Weiser with you as we get set for the 10th and final football game of the season. Carthage taking on Washington University. Firebirds have lost 5 straight conference games now, 3-5 in conference, 3-6 overall. Meanwhile, the Bears have a record of 6-2 in the conference. Their only 2 losses to North Central and Wheaton, and their non-conference loss at the beginning of the year to the University of Chicago. So they have an overall mark of 6-3 for second-year head coach Aaron Keene taking over as head coach after the 2019 season. And they bring in a powerful offense. We'll talk a little bit more about them as our pregame moves along. Meanwhile, Carthage, boy, they were able to move the football last week. You know, we talked about all their foibles on offense, and one of them was converting third downs. Well, last week they did a marvelous job on getting off, extending drives and getting the other team off the field on third down. They were 8 of 16 offensively, 3 of 11 defensively on third downs. Unable to finish. They got into the red zone 3 times, only 1 score in a red zone, and boy, when you get those opportunities, you've got to be able to convert, and that hurt the Firebirds last week in their loss to Carroll. 26-17 the final in that one, as they were able to get the offense going. It was freshman Ray Gallardo out of Richmond Burton High School who had his best game as a Firebird. He had 23 carries for 126 yards, an average of 5.5 per carry, and he had a long of 49. He also caught 5 passes for 47 yards, including a 14-yard touchdown pass, his first touchdown as a collegiate athlete. And he was the Harbor Park Health and Fitness Player of the Game last week for the Firebirds. quarterback position got off to a good start as well. Bryce Lowe had a better afternoon, 21 of 36, 231 yards and a pair of touchdown strikes last week. He was sacked once, and Christian Beltran in the fourth quarter, 2 of 4 for 12 yards along of 11. And Jordan Wiles led the receiving corps last week, 9 receptions, 98 yards, and his first touchdown catch of the season along of 28. So hopefully we'll get to the receiving corps healthy again here today. Alex Jarvis will not be available today, so it'll be Jordan Wiles again stepping up in his presence. Cole Verselli will get a start today, although we will see Sylvia Campbell at a wide receiver at some point today. Campbell out with a finger injury, and they got to cast it up, and we'll see what his status, if he will actually start our game here today. So we'll keep an eye out for that. It will be Ray Gallardo and Tyreek Lawson as running backs today. Again, the injuries have taken its toll on the running back room for the Carthage Firebirds. Jacob Boucher out with a knee injury sustained in the game against Illinois Wesleyan. Then they've lost both of their fine replacements, Noel Wright and Travis Boston, both out with injuries, will not play here today. So it will be 2 freshmen leading the way at running back. Gallardo, 5'9", 180 out of Richmond Burton, and then Tyreek Lawson, who will get a chance to play today too at that running back spot out of Ocala, Florida. Defensively for the Firebirds, they've got pretty much as healthy as they've been back there defensively. They are led by Garrett Warner, 5'10" sophomore out of Richmond, Michigan. 77 tackles on the season for Warner. He is bucking for all-conference honors this year from the Firebirds, and he has played exceptionally well. Had 6 tackles last week, 3 solos in the loss to Carroll. Jalen Dennis at nickelback has been fantastic. He has 4 interceptions on the year. That leads the conference in picks this year with 4. He has 51 tackles, 4.5 tackle for losses for Jalen Dennis. And then John Ambrosio had a fine game last week, got a sack and a half and 3.5 tackle for losses on the season. The interior line moving from end to inside the line because of injuries at that defensive end position. Their opponent here today, the Washington University Bears, have a lot to play for today. We know that Wheaton has 1 loss. We know that North Central has already claimed the conference title in the CCIW and the automatic bid into the 32-team field. But Wash U, with a win today, would most likely assure themselves of playing in the first ever Division III bowl game next week, the Culver's Isthmus Bowl up in Madison. And they would be able to secure that by far with a win here today. And they, as I mentioned, they are led by an outstanding quarterback, Matt Roush out of Hinsdale, Illinois, 6 foot 181, a junior. 9 starts this season. He has completed 64% of his passes. He has thrown for over 2,200 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions on the year. His passing yardage, second in the conference behind Luke Lennon of North Central, and his touchdown production of 22, also second in the conference behind Luke Lennon. And he has some very capable wide receivers. Their leading wide receiver is Cole Oakman. Oakman is a 5'11", 181-pound junior out of Lincolnshire, Illinois. 42 receptions on the year, 8 of them for touchdowns. And he is coming off a 4-reception game last week in the loss to North Central. They have an outstanding running back as well, Emmanuel Ibrahim. Ibrahim is a 5'8", 236-pound senior out of Crystal Lake and Prairie Ridge High School. He's averaging almost 6 yards per carry. He has gained 489 yards rushing this season and has 2 rushing touchdowns. The other outstanding attribute to this Washington University team is the fact that they go after the football. They are a plus 14 in plus minus in turnover takeaway this season. That is 8th in the NCAA Division III. And their defensive backs have multiple interceptions. All 4 of their defensive backs have at least 2 interceptions. They are led by T.J. Perusik with 3 picks, Andrew Whitaker also with 3 picks at the corners, and then J.T. Streepy and Kyle Schrader each with 2 picks on the season. So this is a very opportunistic defense. Their 15 interceptions this year are tops in the conference. They have also got 18 sacks on the year, which is good for 5th in the league coming into the game here today. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on here this afternoon and keep the quarterbacks mobile. It will be quarterback by committee today. Was told by Dustin Haas this week that we will see probably 3 different quarterbacks out there today. We will see Bryce Lowe and Christian Beltran. We will probably see Kyle Jesse as well at some point in our ball game today, so we will keep an eye on that situation. That's going to kind of be fluid from series to series this afternoon. A pair of freshman quarterbacks, actually all 3 freshman quarterbacks competing out there. We will see all 3 in action today. Washington University taking the field on the west side here of Art Keller Field. Carthage gathering in front of their locker room to my right, ready to take the field here this afternoon as well. It has become overcast here. We had some sunshine earlier this afternoon, but it has become overcast. It is breezy out of the northwest, and temperatures right around 40 degrees here this afternoon right on the lake. So it is a chilly afternoon for college football, but still got to be fired up for this Carthage team. A lot to play for here today. Get to 4 wins on the conference year. Obviously not where this team wanted to be at this point in the season, but if you have the opportunity to spoil somebody else's fun here today, why not? And that's what I think is at stake here today. A little bit of pride for this Carthage football team. We are just about set for our national anthem this afternoon. As we get set for that, we're in for a treat. Danae Palmer, who has done the anthem all season long, will perform our national anthem here today. And then we will have the coin flip and then the kickoff of this afternoon's game between Carthage and Washington University. 3rd ever meeting between these 2 programs. WashU 2-0 in the series. Right now we're going to enjoy our national anthem. Carthage student Danae Palmer with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Danae Palmer, a student here at Carthage College, with our national anthem this afternoon. John Weiser with you from Art Keller Field, final football game of the season as the Firebirds get set to take on the Bears from Washington University. One other noon kickoff this afternoon. It's going to be North Central, the #1 team in the country, wrapping up their regular season at home. They will host North Park. The #2 team in the conference, Wheaton, will be down in Decatur this afternoon to take on Milliken. Carroll is at Elmhurst, and Augustana is at Illinois Wesleyan. Captains getting set to make their way out to the middle of the field for Carthage. It will be Drew Neville, left tackle, along with Jalen Dennis, Bobby Baker, and Anthony Martin 4 captains going out there for Carthage this afternoon.
Please bring your attention to
For Washington University,
prepare for the coin toss.
Cole Oakman, the wide receiver, along with Andrew Whitaker, J.T. Streepy, Jarrett Dykma, and John Christensen. Our referee is Timothy Hutton.
Your coin today is heads and tails. Washington, you're the visitor. What is your call?
Tails.
Call is tails. It is a tails. Washington, you won the toss. They have deferred their choice to the second half. Which way do you guys want to kick? You want to kick? All right, spin your...
So Washington University wins the coin toss. They had deferred to the second half. Carthage will receive, defending the south goal. Washington University defending the north goal. Our coin flip sponsored by Francetic Tax Resolution, 262tax.com. Don't leave your tax problems to a flip of a coin. Get Francetic Tax Resolution, 262tax.com. Carthage in the home reds today. The red helmet, red jerseys, red pants, white numerals, black sleeves. For Washington University, red helmets today, white jerseys with red numerals, and red pants. Our uniform descriptions brought to you by S.J. Crystal's Menswear, downtown Kenosha. For the finest in men's fashions, it's S.J. Crystals. 41 degrees here at kickoff this afternoon from Keller Field. A wind out of the west at 5 miles per hour, gusting at times to over 15. It is overcast. The wind chill makes it feel like 36 degrees out there today. Sylvere Campbell back deep to receive. Chris Vartanian will do the kicking. Trey Dinkins also back deep for Carthage. And we're about set for game number 10 on the schedule this afternoon from Art Keller Field in Kenosha. The run-up by Vartanian and the kick. It will go to Sylvere Campbell inside the 10, up the near sideline to the 20, across the 20, fights his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Pile's still moving. Officials haven't blown it dead. They'll take it to the 25 is where Campbell finally is put to the turf. So a good field position here at the 25-yard line for the Firebird offense. Bryce Lowe. See if he will take the field here. It's actually going to be new quarterback out there for Carthage today. It will be Kyle Jesse, the freshman, getting the start here this afternoon. So Jesse working from the pistol will hand it off. Gallardo around the left side, has some running room. Gets out across the 30, 35 to the 37-yard line. Running over the left hash mark that time. Ray Gallardo, the freshman, picking up right where he left off last week. 23 carries for 126 yards. Gets off to a nice 11-yard run to start our ball game here today. First and 10, Carthage from their own 36. They'll work it from the left hash mark. Slot receiver near side is Wiles. The tight end in motion is Peter Orlindo. Jesse wants to throw left side, completes the pass out to the 40-yard line. Nice catch in traffic that time by Peter Orlandino, the tight end. Be a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Firebirds. Actually, that's Kyle Williamson, 88, who made that catch. So 2nd and 5 just across the 41-yard line for the Firebirds, working left to right here to start our ball game. They'll throw it out, looking for Wiles, picked it off the turf, incomplete. Ball hit the turf as Wiles went down to get it. So it's ruled an incomplete pass here on the near side. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. Jalen West will come in now as a receiver for the Firebirds. He will line up to the left side of the formation. 3 receivers here to the near side. Verselli, L, and Wiles. Wiles and L back to back on a piggyback look here at the 40-yard line. Single back is Gallardo. 3-man down front here for WashU. Gets it out quickly, and it's dropped incomplete by Verselli. Was going to be short of the first down near the 40-yard line. 45-yard line had he come up with that catch, and the drive stalls at the 41-yard line. Pass was thrown high, but in traffic. Doubt if Verselli would have gotten the first down had he come up with the catch. So on to punt now is David Collins. He is 4th in all of Division III in punting yardage this year, averaging just under 42 yards per punt. Gets this one away. It will bounce inside the 20, take a Carthage roll to about the 10, and will roll dead just inside the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 9, and that's where the Bears will start their first look offensively today from their own 9-yard line. Matt Roush, the starting quarterback, 6 foot, 181-pound junior from Hinsdale, Illinois. Emmanuel Ibrahim is the running back. And it's a play fake. Roush going to dump it to the tight end out of the backfield. And he'll take it across the 15, shoved out of bounds near the 20-yard line on the completed pass. Sam Fensky with the reception, a senior from Glen Ellen, making the catch. And we'll get the first down. We'll call it a gain of 10. Tanner Ludwig able to take him to the boundary for the Firebirds. They will snap it quickly. Roush, little hitch and go. Has a man open, far side, makes the catch and out of bounds. It's Colin Goldberg with the catch at his own 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup, and once again, WashU at the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Carthage trying to make some substitutions here. Get out of their base defense. They're going to go with a 3-man front here. So Goldberg with a 20-yard reception out to the 40. 1st and 10 Bears from their own 40. Working right to left. Again, Roush wants to throw. Climbing the pocket. Now scrambles to his right. Across the line of scrimmage to midfield. Into Carthage territory and will sit down just across the Carthage 45-yard line where he started that slide. A gain of 15 on the scramble by Matt Roush, the quarterback. Bobby Baker, able to come up and make the play. But once again, WashU ready to snap the football. They'll give it to Ibrahim, and he is met by Chris DeVito right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd down and 10 upcoming here. Ibrahim, that's his first carry this afternoon, goes for nothing. Chris DeVito able to step in and make the tackle for Carthage. 2nd and 10 from the Carthage 45. Roush looking to throw. Right side, completes to Goldberg. He is wrestled down by DeVito, short of the 40-yard line. Small gain of about 4 on the play. They'll mark it at the 41-yard line. It is a gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Bears. 41% conversion rate on 3rd downs this year by that offense. Now a look to the sideline for the signal. Takes the snap, throws right side, completes to Goldberg, makes the catch. Forward progress near the first down marker. He will have it at the Carthage 34-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Keith Freeman able to push him out. Good to see Freeman back. He had been on the injured list. Coming back to play here today. Had a foot injury sustained in the first quarter back against Milliken. 1st and 10. Ibrahim trying to pick his way around the right side. Good job by the Carthage defense to string it out. And he is dumped down by Garrett Warner for a short gain of about 2 yards on the play. Nice job up front by the Firebird defensive line, able to string that play out. Approaching 10:45 to go here in this first quarter, a scoreless first quarter. First possession here for Washington U. Carthage had it. Drive stalled out at their own 41-yard line. Started this drive at their own 9. Play fake. Roush scrambles right now, sets up, throws, going back over the middle, completes the pass. Cole Oakman able to make the catch, close to a first down. They will move the sticks at the Carthage 21-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play. Jake Tomzak there defensively for Carthage. And it'll be a 1st and 10 Bears at the Carthage 21-yard line. Again looking to throw. Right side, coming out of his break, stumbling and falling at the 10. Able to make the catch is Colin Goldberg, the freshman out of Atlanta, Georgia. 4 receptions last week, and Goldberg now with 3 receptions here today. 1st and goal just inside the 10 for Wash U. Their opening drive started at their own 9-yard line. 2 receivers here to the near side, Hoyta and Oakman. They give it to Ibrahim, and he goes around the right side and into the end zone untouched for the touchdown. Emmanuel Ibrahim with the touchdown, his 3rd touchdown of the season, this one from just inside the 10-yard line, and it is 6-0 Washington University. Took about 4 minutes on this drive. They go 11 plays, 90 yards. Vartanian on to kick the extra point. Oakman will hold. Snap, the spot, the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Washington University Bears, 9:43 to go here in this first quarter. Well, they methodically took it down as we go with our Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha scoring drive, brought to you by Lynch Chevy of Kenosha on Highway 50 just east of I-94. 11 plays, 90 yards, and just snapped it right down the field. A couple of big gains, the 20-yard pass completion to Goldberg on that drive, early in that drive, and then the 15-yard scramble by the quarterback Roush set them up in Carthage territory. And they get on the board first. Our scoring drive summary brought to you by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha on Highway 50 just east of I-94. You can find them online at lynchchevroletofkenosha.com. Once again, Sylvier Campbell and Dinkins are standing deep. Chris Vartanian, now 36 of 37 on his extra point attempts this year. Ibrahim going over from 10 yards out, getting the touchdown, his 3rd of the season. Good contingent of fans on that visitor side on the west side for Wash U here today. Good crowd here for Carthage. The run up by Vartanian, and this will bounce in front of Sylvier Campbell. He'll pick it up inside his own 5. Down the near sideline, up across the 20 with a head of steam, out to the 23-yard line. 18-yard return that time for Sylvier Campbell, out to his own 23-yard line. That's where Carthage will start their second drive with 9:37 to go here in the first quarter, now trailing by a score of 7-0. North Central on top of North Park, 7-0. The other noon kickoff going on today down in Naperville. Jesse will hand it off. Gallardo coming up the strong hole over the right side. He'll take it across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. Good strong run by Ray Gallardo. Got a head of steam over the right side of that offensive line. Goes a gain of 11 for Gallardo. Well, he runs with a full burst as he goes over that right side. You got Matt Johnson and Jason Aguilar over there on that right guard, right tackle, along with an extra tight end. Again, Gallardo over the left side, keeps his footing across the 35, noses his way out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play for Gallardo. Well, he has been a breath of fresh air in the Carthage running attack. Noel Wright had done well early, got injured. Of course, Jacob Boucher expected to be the starting running back this year. Lost for the season back in week 3 with a knee injury. So it'll be 2nd and about 4 here. Jesse, the quarterback, and down he goes. Sack back at the 31-yard line. Able to get there defensively was their big man, number 95. Smith able to get in there and make the sack. Jonathan Smith, a sophomore, with the sack for Washington University. That is their 19th sack as a unit. Jesse had no chance. It was coming right up the middle. Nowhere to go. Be 3rd down and 11 now. Loss of 7 on that play. 2 receivers to the left as Jesse looks that way. Climbs the pocket, lets it go left side, underthrown, incomplete. Nearly picked off by Anthony Brown out of St. Louis, Missouri. He's a senior. He has 2 picks already this year. Almost had number 3 as he got in front of Jordan Wiles that time, but was unable to make the catch. Was underthrown and nearly picked off. So a 3 and out here, or 4 and out if you will. And David Collins on to punt once again. 49-yard punt. His last attempt into a bit of a crosswind. Gets this one away. A line drive that will be run up on and made and drilled at the 32-yard line. Chris DeVito getting down there, along with some help on the play. It was Goldberg on the return, and he got some help that time. DeVito, along with Tanner Ludwig, both getting there at roughly the same time. Ludwig had him low, and it was DeVito who finished him off high. They'll mark it at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10, Washington University. 7:38 to play here in the first quarter. Swings it out near side, completes the pass to Oakman, and he'll take it across the 35 and out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Ludwig able to make the stop. So a pickup of just 3 makes it 2nd and 7 for WashU at their own 35-yard line, going off the left hash mark, moving right to left. There's a new back in there now on the carry. This is Tennyson Holmes, a senior, 5'7". He'll take it up the middle, gets it out to about the 38-yard line, short of the first down. So it brings up a 3rd and 4. WashU ready to snap it. They do not waste any time. They go hurry up all the time. Got movement up front. Flags on the play. A free play here. Coming down the near sideline. Making the catch inside the Carthage 30 is the receiver here, Colin Hoyta. Hoyta, the sophomore out of Arden Hills, Minnesota, with a leaping grab. We'll check out the penalty. I believe it is against the Firebirds.
Offside, defense, 73. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
Timothy Duffy, our referee today. They'll take the completion. They will mark it inside the Carthage 30 at the Carthage 28-yard line. 34-yard pickup for Colin Hoyta. Keith Freeman finally got him down. Once again, Roush with time, dancing in the pocket, now scrambles right. Looks over the middle, completes the pass. Oakman inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line before he's finally brought down. Late flag on the play. Jalen Dennis was there. Might have a block in the back here against WashU, which will wipe out this play. Let's check it out. The flag came in late as he caught the ball and started to work his way upfield.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 1. 10-yard penalty from the end of the catch. Repeat, first down.
So they'll mark it off from the end of the catch, the penalty on Colin Goldberg for a block in the back.
First down from the Carthage 27-yard
They'll mark it at the 27, so it's kind of a 1st and 9, if you will, because it was downfield where that occurred, 10 yards from the spot of that infraction. Roush again, working from the pistol, wants to throw here, has plenty of time, over the middle, looking for Goldberg, tried to make the catch, hit the ground, and the ball came out incomplete. Tried to make a one-handed grab in the back of the end zone underneath the goalpost. Could not quite get the ball in. Jake Tomczak back there to break that pass up. Did a nice job staying with him. May have gotten a hand in there to break it up. Brings up 2nd down. And 10. Roush going to swing it out right side. Completes the pass to Oakman down the right sideline inside the 20 and spilled down near the 15-yard line. Jalen Dennis being helped up on that far sideline. He was tangled up, or Freeman, was tangled up out there. Be another Bears first down inside the Carthage 20. They'll mark it at the Carthage 17-yard line. 6:10 remaining here in the first quarter. WashU up 7-0. This is their second drive. Tennyson Holmes, the single back in the backfield. He'll get the call coming around the right side. Busted outside the numerals to the 10. Breaks a tackle inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. Keith Freeman finally got him to the turf. They'll mark it at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal Bears from the Carthage 4-yard line. Was going to try and run it between the tackles that time on the right side of that offensive line, but at the last second bounced it outside the far numerals and was able to find some yardage there, and Freeman brought him down at the 4. Gain of 12, 1st and goal WashU at the Carthage 4. Rouse signaling to his receivers, tapping his left wrist in doing so. And now a timeout taken here by the Bears. Timeout, WashU with 5:22.
Washington U, their first charge timeout of the half.
With 5:22 to go here in our first quarter. Want to remind our listeners along the way, we will be at Mason's Eatery and Pub this Monday night for another third installment, if you will, of the Carthage Athletic Insider presented by Mobile One Communication. That'll be this coming Monday night at Mason's Eatery and Pub on Highway 50, just west of Highway 31 in Kenosha. We will be talking with both the men's and women's swimming coaches. We'll get a season wrap-up from head coach Dustin Haas here regarding the football program, and we'll also talk about the SAC program at Carthage College. All of that on Monday night from 7 until 9 here on 1050 WLIP, live from Mason's Eatery and Pub. It's the Carthage Athletics Insider presented by Mobile One Communication. First and goal, WashU from the Carthage 4. They'll give it to Tennyson Holmes, trying to work up the middle in Carthage. He bounces outside the right side and takes it in for the touchdown. Carthage had him stopped up just outside the right hash mark, and then he just continued to angle his way out toward the pylon and snuck it in over the right side for the score, and it's a touchdown for Washington University. Holmes with a rushing touchdown, Ibram with a rushing touchdown, and they lead at 13-0. Extra point by Vartanian. Good snap. Oh, through the holder's hand. Vartanian has to run with it. Keith Freeman will chip him down to the turf and drive him in to the 10-yard line. So the extra point, no good on a bobbled snap that time. It went right through the holder's hands, Okium. And so it remains a 13-0 lead for Washington University. Our Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha scoring drive for WashU in that drive. 8 plays, 68 yards. They go, and it was Tennyson Holmes from 4 yards out, able to run it in for the touchdown, the extra point no good. Our scoring drives brought to you by Chevrolet and Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. And you will find all their entire inventory online at lynchchevroletofkenosha.com. Our game today brought to you in part by Mason's Eatery and Pub on Highway 50, just west of Highway 31. Breakfast burritos again today from Mason's. We want to thank them for supplying the team with their breakfast today. Check of the scoreboard here. Brought to you by Triangle Flooring Furniture and Appliance Center. North Central on top of North Park now by a score of 14-0. North Central wrapping up a conference title already. They are in the NCAA Division III football playoffs. They will be one of the 32 teams. 27 will be automatic bids and 5 at-large bids. It will be interesting. The last couple weeks, all the talk about Wheaton. Will they get in? Will 2 teams from both the CCIW and the Wisconsin League make their way into the tournament? Selection Sunday is tomorrow. The regional reps will all meet via conference call late tonight, and they will hash out the 32-team field. Vartanian set to kick. Sylvia Campbell will take it just inside his own 10 up the near sideline. Now breaks it to his left, trying to get to the far side, and he is pulled down. Good special team play that time as getting in there.
Carthage takes over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Was Gus Christensen on special teams. Pulled him down by the just below the right knee that time, got him to the turf as Campbell was trying to make the cut around the left side, trying to get it up the far side of the field. Kyle Jesse back in at quarterback. He started today's game. They will hand it off. Gallardo with a strong run up the middle across the 20, out to about the 22-yard line, gain of about 5 on the play. Love this kid. Ray Gallardo, just a freshman. Went over 100 yards rushing last week in his first start as a Carthage Firebird out of Richmond Burton High School. Had him on in the post game last week. Great kid. Comes from a great family and a great school. 2nd and 5. Gallardo again left side up across the 25. He will get the first down out near the 29-yard line. 6-yard run for Gallardo. JT Streepy was there to make the tackle. Carthage able to get a first down here, out just shy of their own 30-yard line. Late here in the first quarter, 4:15 to play here in this first quarter, down 13-0. Carthage trying to get something going on the ground here. Again, the 3-man down lineman here for Wash U, and again Gallardo. Takes it across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Trying to run. Mel Streeter was there. Also Nolan Schmidt, part of that 3-man defensive front, able to make the stop. Short gain of 3, brings up 2nd down and 7. Gallardo now 6 carries for 43 yards today. Averaging better than 7 yards per carry. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver right. Williamson, the tight end, in motion, now stops on the left wing. Jesse looking to throw, nothing there. He's going to scramble, and he will get just across the line of scrimmage. It's not going to go as a sack. Brown able to get him to the turf that time. Anthony Brown, Zane Alfinger also there. Gain of 1 sets up a 3rd and 6 with 3 minutes to go here in the first. Carthage trailing 13-0. Kyle Jesse awaits the snap, wants to throw. Looking left, goes to the tight end. Williamson, ball came out. It was ruled an incomplete pass as they blew Williamson up at the 35-yard line. Anthony Brown in there again, able to blow him up. And Carthage unable to convert on 3rd down, now 0 for 3 this afternoon. An 8 for 16 game against Carroll. Carthage again struggling on third downs. Colin Goldberg standing at his own 30, winning the third punt of the day by David Collins. He gets this one away. Goldberg will take at the 30 near side, gets to the near hash mark, and will be wrestled down there.
Goldberg returns for 6 yards.
About a 6-yard return for Goldberg.
35-yard line.
They'll mark it at their own 35-yard line. Isaiah Waller was there to make the stop for the Firebirds. So 1st and 10 WashU. 2.5 minutes to go first quarter. The Bears leading the Firebirds 13-0. They will start this drive from their own 35. Matt Roush, 10 for 11 for 122 yards, hands it off. And coming around the near side with it is Kenvoris Campbell, a freshman, 5'10", 205-pounder. His first carry today. He is built like a fire plug.
Brought down by DeVito and Ramirez.
Ramirez was there, Dylan Ramirez, along with Chris DeVito, able to make that stop. 2 by 2 are the receivers. 2nd down and 5. Carthage showing blitz. Now Dennis will back off. Again, Campbell, the single back. 2 receivers either side. Campbell will line up to the right side of the quarterback, Roush. Roush wants to throw, looking left all the way. Comes back near side, completes the pass, and out of bounds just across the 45-yard line with it. Sirik with the catch.
For a gain of 6 and a WashU first down.
Gabe Sirik, 6'2 sophomore, his first reception today. Rush now 12 for 13 on the afternoon. Another first down for the Bears just across their own 45-yard line. Late here in this first quarter. Play fake, they toss it out far side, complete the pass. And out of bounds just inside Carthage territory, across the Carthage 43-yard line is Clark. Toby Clark, 5'9 junior. Jalen Dennis was there to bring him down. 12-yard pickup and a first down for Washington University. They don't waste any time, folks. They get right to the line and snap it. They're ready to go here. 1st and 10 from the Carthage 42-yard line. Clock rolling. Minute left here in this first quarter. They will hand it off. Campbell again trying to work the right side. Will get buried at the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 2 on the play.
Gain of a yard on the play. It's 2nd and 9.
About 2nd and we'll call it 9. Garrett Warner getting off the bottom of that pile along with Jalen Dennis, Anthony Martin, all there. Second down, 9 from the 41. 28 seconds to play in the quarter. Roush wants to throw, swings it out low. Catch was made. Minute he hit the turf, he was covered up. Now they're going to rule it incomplete. So it was an incomplete pass. Sam Fensky, the intended receiver, that ball skipped to him, short hopped, incomplete. Trey Mitchell was there defensively for the Firebirds. So 3rd and 9 for WashU. 2 of 2 today on 3rd downs. Clock stopped, 21 seconds to play in the quarter. 3rd and 9 from the Firebird 41. Play clock down to 4. They get the snap. Roush looking left with time. Throws left. Coming back is makes the catch. Here on the near side, it is Gabe Sirik. He's going to be short by about a yard. Gain of about 8 on the play. So 4th and 1. Clock will run. WashU will let it run out here. And they will face a 4th and 1 when we return to Art Keller Field in Kenosha. 13-0. Washington University on top of the Carthage Firebirds. We'll step out for a 60 break. You're listening to Carthage football on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050 WLIP. Carthage trailing here as we begin the second quarter, 13-0. Wash U going left to right. They're facing a 4th and 1 from the Carthage 33-yard line. They will go for it here. 47% on the 4th down conversions, and it's going to be close. Campbell carried the football going up the middle. I think he's going to be short based on where the head linesman is walking up, attempting to spot the football. They may bring the sticks in for a measurement, and that's exactly what Timothy Duffy is signaling for here. They needed to get to the 32. The ball is just short of the 32-yard line. If they have it, it'll be by the nose of the football. Our Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center scoreboard. One other game going on this afternoon. North Central on top of North Park, 21-0. Other games set to begin later on. It'll be Milliken hosting Wheaton as they stretch the chain out. And by the first ring on that football, they get the first down. Augustana at Illinois Wesleyan, and Carroll is at Elmhurst. Our scoreboard brought to you by Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center on Highway 50 and Roosevelt Road in Kenosha. Eight for 16 now on 4th downs. Roush wants to pass all kinds of time, goes far sideline. It is broken up, incomplete. Intended for the receiver out there, Sirik. It was broken up by Trey Mitchell, the freshman out of Lilburn, Georgia. Able to break that pass up. So it brings up 2nd and 10 from the Carthage 32. We're early in the second. Carthage trailing 13-0. Holmes on the carry around the left side. Dives inside the 30 to the 28. Check that Campbell. Campbell with that carry down to the 28-yard line. Bring up 3rd and 6 now. John Ambrosio and Garrett Warner both there on the stop. 2 for 3 on 3rd downs and 1 for 1 on 4th down today. 3 receivers here to the near side on 3rd and 6 from the Carthage 28. Roush drops back, now scrambles to his right, throws, and it's complete at the 20-yard line. Sirak making the catch. Gabe Sirak, the sophomore, the ex-receiver, if you will, able to make the catch for the first down. Forward progress to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 8 and a first down for Wash U. Trey Mitchell again there on the stop, and quickly they're ready to snap. 1st and 10 from the Carthage 20. Spin it out here to the near side. Catch is made. Still on his feet down to the 10-yard line. First catch of the afternoon for Jared Harrison, the senior. And he'll get 10 on the play to the Carthage 10. It'll be 1st and goal now for Washington University. They made their way into the Rustics subs red zone. Third trip into the red zone this afternoon for Washington University. 1st and goal from inside the 10. And movement before the snap.
False start. Offense. Number 29. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Kenvoris Campbell, the running back, the guilty party, fell out of his stance.
5-yard penalty against Wash U will bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal back to
1st down.
1st and goal from the 15-yard line. Now gone to the red zone 40 times this year, and they have converted on 31 of them. They will hand it off, and nowhere to go. They will get him just across the 15, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Campbell with the carry, trying to go left side, and the Carthage defense was ready. Gain of 1 on the play. Jalen Slater and Josh Bilodeau in there on the stop for Carthage.
Gain of a yard on the play and 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 14. Two receivers here to the near side, two to the far side. Single back is Campbell. Roush scrambling to his left now, gets to the far numerals, across the 20, up the field to the 15. Penalty marker down as he stood up near the 10-yard line, thrown down, and a late flag that will be offsetting penalties. There was already a flag in the backfield for holding, and then Carthage getting a roughing penalty after the whistle. The officials are talking about it near the 20-yard line. There was a flag in the backfield. I believe it was going to be holding on the offense, and then on the tackle after the whistle, they threw Roush to the ground.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Holding, offense, number 55. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 29. Both penalties will be enforced. Automatic first down.
So automatic first down, so a fresh set of downs. The penalty on Garrett Warner, leading tackler for Carthage. The holding penalty was on the left tackle, Tom Peters. So they will mark the 10 off for the hold and then walk it back 15. And a fresh set of downs. It'll move it near the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 12. 1st and 10 from the 12. Roush getting his receivers set here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. They can get to the 2 for a first down. They will hand it off. On the carry, going first man through, Ibram. Graduate student, 5'8", 236 pounds, working the left side. Gets it down to about the 9-yard line for a gain of 3. Josh Bilodeau was there on the tackle. Bilodeau, a freshman out of Des Plaines, Illinois. 2nd and 8 upcoming here for Wash U. Slot receiver here to the near side. Single receiver left, they're looking to throw. Roush with all kinds of time. Now scrambles to his left. On the run, being chased by Ambrosio, will throw it incomplete, short of the goal line. Pass was intended for Toby Clark. Good defense by Tomzak and Baker back there. Excuse me, on Clark. So 3rd down and 8. 3 for 4 on 3rd downs this afternoon. 3 receivers near side, single receiver to the left side of the formation. Running back is Ibram. From the pistol is Roush. He'll take the snap, wants to throw with time. Looking right, now left, now back to the right, now on the scramble. Dumps it out, and it is incomplete. Here on the near side, broken up, intended for Colin Goldberg. Jake Tomzak able to strip him of the football. It's ruled an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 4th down. Good job by Tomzak to stay with him that time.
There is no foul on the play. 4th down.
Looks like the field goal unit is coming on. Chris Vartanian to attempt a field goal. They will spot it at the 17, so this will be a 27-yard field goal for Vartanian. 7 for 12 on the year. Long of 42, snap, spot. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. They get the field goal after having 1st and goal inside the 10. Couple of penalties on each team, a holding call and a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Gave him the ball 1st and 10 at the 12. The Carthage defense able to hold. A 16-play, 55-yard drive capped off by the 27-yard field goal. Our scoring drives brought to you by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha on Highway 50 just east of I-94, lynchchevroletofkenosha.com. 10:55 to play here in the first half. 16-0 Washington University. Rush 15 of 20, 166 yards now. He has spread the ball well. 7 different receivers this afternoon. Campbell and Dinkins back inside the 10-yard line awaiting Vartanian's kick. Great to have Campbell back this week. Sylvere Campbell missed last week's game. Out with that injury, wearing gloves today. Tip of his ring finger on his left hand broken. Out last week, playing this week. Those big yellow gloves. This one will come down to Dinkins at the 15, 20, 25, 30. Lowers his head across the 30-yard line. Nice return for Carthage. Marcos Dinkins with the return. They'll mark it at the 33. And again, it's Kyle Jesse, the quarterback. Bryce Lowe, we will see him at some point today. We will also see Christian Beltran at some time. But it's Jesse getting the audition here, just 1 for 5 yards and 1 sack. Gallardo, the single back. Williamson, the tight end, in motion here to the near side. And they will give it to Gallardo. Trying to come around near side. Breaks a tackle. Gets it upfield near sideline across the 35. And out of bounds near the 37-yard line. Another strong run for Ray Gallardo, the freshman out of Richmond-Burton. Didn't appear to be much there, but once he snuck through the left side here between the numerals and the near sideline, able to find 4 yards out of that. Gallardo averaging almost 7 yards per carry. 2 receivers to the right here for Carthage with Wiles in a slot, with L out there as well. And they will give it to Gallardo, and he's going to be met in the backfield and tripped up there. Getting in there first on defense was Nate Light. Nate Light will get a TFL there as a loss back to the 35-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Firebirds. Carthage 0 for 3 today on 3rd downs. From their own 35, Campbell, the single receiver left. Wiles and L receivers to the right. Tight end lined up as a wing here on the left side. Gallardo, the single back behind Jesse, working from the pistol. Wants to throw, swings it out of the backfield, complete to Gallardo. He makes the catch, gets it across the 35, but is wrapped up there. Not much doing that time. Kyle Schroeder there to make the tackle, a senior out of Aurora, Illinois. Gus Christensen also there. And Carthage yet to convert on 3rd down, punting for the 4th time this afternoon. Collins averaging 42 yards per kick, will have the wind at his back here right to left. Back to receive is Colin Goldberg. Line drive punt. Goldberg will take at his own 26. Penalty markers fly. Breaks it across the 30, breaks a tackle across the 35, and is dropped short of the 40-yard line. There was a flag in the middle of that seam near the 33-yard line.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team, number 19, 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. 1st down, Washington.
Jared Harrison, the guilty party for Washington University.
Penalty was against Wash U. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own
33-yard line.
That is their fourth penalty of the day for 30 yards. Moves the football inside the 25. They'll mark it at the 23. 8:42 to go in the half. Carthage chasing a 16-0 score. Rush today, 15 of 20, 166 yards here in this first half. He has had all kinds of time to throw. We'll hand it off this time. Ibram around the left side, taking Firebirds with him across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 and a first down for Ibram. 5 carries for 25 yards now for Ibram today. Tanner Ludwig and Jake Tomzak finally got him to the turf, but they went for a ride for about 4 or 5 yards that time. Again, Roush wants to throw left side, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for Hoyta. Colin Hoyta, the sophomore. Arden Hills, Minnesota. Been targeted a couple of times today, has just 1 reception for 34 yards. So 2nd and 10 from their own 34. Clock stopped, 8:13 to play here in this first half. Officials want a new football in there now. That's why play was halted here. Reset the play clock to 25. Second and 10. Roush wants to throw left side. Gets it out here. And nice recovery on the tackle that time by Tomzak as he got to the receiver, Cole Oakman. As he made the catch, looked like he was going to have plenty of room, but he got to him right at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 6, setting up a 3rd and 4. Nice recovery that time by Jake Tomzak on that play, able to run down Oakman before he could get the first down. 3 receivers on the left side of the formation. Single receiver here to the near side. That is Colin Goldberg. 3rd and about 4. Roush looking left. Now to the middle. Now under pressure, and down he goes. Back at the 42-yard line. Ball is out. It is loose. Carthage says they have it. They're going to rule him down at the 42-yard line. He was able to get a yard. It won't go as a sack. Ambrosio was there. Also there for the Firebirds. It was Levi Reed. It'll bring up 4th down in the first punt of the afternoon for Taden Trost. Jordan Wiles on the punt return near the 10-yard line. Short punt, end over end. Got to get away from it. It will bounce at the 30, inside the 30, and will roll dead at the Carthage 26-yard line. 32-yard punt with no return. Good field position for the Firebirds with just over 7 minutes to play here in this first half, trailing 16-0. Get a check of our Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center scoreboard here this afternoon. North Central now on top of North Park, 41-0. They're still early in the second quarter. Ethan Greenfield, 9 carries, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns today for North Central. The Cardinals burying the Vikings 42-0. This will be Gallardo, right side with some room across the 30, out to the 34-yard line. Nice run by Ray Gallardo again. J.T. Streepy was there. 7-yard pickup. Gallardo a strong first half. 9 carries now, 52 yards. Long of 11 today. Went over 100 yards last week, 126 yards last week, and caught a touchdown pass in the loss to Carroll. Jesse wants to throw. Jesse comes back, thrown behind Wiles, and it's incomplete. And a flag flies into the line. That's going to be a holding call here against the Firebirds. Little indecision on the part of Jesse that time. That's why the pass was thrown behind Wiles.
Offense. Number 50. 10. Repeat, second down.
Trey Grabo, the center out there today for Carthage, the senior from Kenosha Bradford, the guilty party. So this will move it back to the 23-yard line. We'll bring up a 2nd and 13 for the Firebirds. 6:25 remaining in this first half, down 16-0. Williamson, the tight end, aligns himself up on the left side here. They will give it to Gallardo. He is met in the backfield and dropped. It'll be a tackle for a loss back at the 22-yard line. Jamel Streeter with a tackle for a loss. Williamson's job there was to try and block the defensive end. He never got there to make that block. You know, that's something that both his position coach and head coach Dustin Haas have been trying to work on with Williamson, is to become a better blocking tight end. He was just a hair late getting over there. Cracked down on the end. 3rd and long for Carthage. Jesse under pressure, lets it go left side, complete to Wiles. Short gain though, out to the 26-yard line. Well short of the first down, and Carthage again unable to convert on 3rd down. They are now 0 for 5 this afternoon. David Collins, 4th in the nation in punting, coming into the game, averaging 41.3 today, 41.7 on the season. This will be his 5th punt of the afternoon. Drives this one, as making the reception is Goldberg, coming back across the 35 and buried near the 38-yard line. Good special teams play. Johnny Ugo down there. They'll take over at the 37-yard line. So return of 9 yards for Goldberg. And Washington University in control of this game, 16-0. We'll have it here with just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. From their own 37, play fake. Roush looking to throw. Goes back over the middle, thrown behind the receiver. Incomplete. He was looking for Cole Oakman. Chris DeVito was in the neighborhood that time on coverage for the Firebirds. 2nd and 10 for the Bears at their own 37-yard line. Rush now, after starting the game 12 of 13, has cooled off here a little bit as they'll give it to Ibram to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play will set up a 3rd and 7. John Ambrosio there to make the stop. Again on the interior line today. He started the season as a defensive end, moved inside the last couple of ball games. So this will set up a 3rd and 7 from their own 40. Middle of the field, working left to right. Roush with time, going to throw. Coming back near side, looking for Goldberg, over the shoulder catch and out of bounds near the Carthage 30-yard line. Big pitch and catch between Roush and Goldberg. He makes the catch at the 32-yard line. First down, Wash U. Keith Freeman was on coverage for Carthage. They snap it quickly. Big hole up the middle, breaking tackles to the 20-yard line. On the carry that time was Tennyson Holmes. Jake Tomzak and Jalen Dennis both there, but another first down as they work their way into the Rustics Subs red zone. Colin Goldberg for 28 yards, the big play on this drive. They've set him up here in the Rustics Subs red zone. Rustics Subs in the Pick and Save Plaza, far east side of that plaza. They will give it to Holmes, and he's got nowhere to go. Anthony Martin immediately into his jersey that time, tackles him for a loss of 5 back to the 25-yard line. Best defensive play for the Firebirds this afternoon. The 5-yard loss that time on the tackle by Martin. 2nd and 15 from the Carthage 25. Goldberg, the single receiver here to the near side. They have O'Keen lined up in the slot far side. They will hand it off. Holmes to about the 24 for a gain of 1. Good play up the middle that time by the Carthage defense. Reed was in there. Jalen Slater also in there on the stop, the nickelback for the Firebirds. So 3rd and long. Bears 4 of 7 on 3rd downs this afternoon. They'll go 3 receivers to the far side. Single receiver near side is Goldberg. Looking left all the way, throwing left, ball in the air. It is broken up and incomplete. Intended for Oakham, and it was broken up on the play by Jalen Dennis. Good job by Dennis. He stayed with his receiver, Cole Oakman, all the way. Roush was looking left all the way on that play, and Dennis stayed with him, and his back turned, then at the last second turned around, tried to take a swat at that ball as it falls incomplete. 4th down, Vartanian on for his 2nd field goal attempt of the day. He was good from 27. This will be a 41-yard from the near hash mark. His long is 42. Bit of a crosswind left to right. High snap, ball down, kick is on the way, and the kick is short and no good. Just fell short, that wind knocking it down, and so the Carthage defense able to stop Wash U for the first time this afternoon. 2 minutes, 2 seconds remaining here in this first half. Carthage trailing by a score of 16-0. They will go into their 2-minute drill here. They have all 3 timeouts remaining. They'll spot the ball at the 24. Gallardo, the running back, off the right hip of Kyle Jesse, getting the start today. Jesse just 3 for 7, 11 yards passing today. Looking to throw on 1st down, left side, in and out of the hands, incomplete, intended for Sylvere Campbell. He was defended on the play on the near side by Kiernan Kanjar. Clock stopped, minute 58 to play. 2nd down 10 from their own 24 for the Firebirds. 2 by 2 are the receivers. Wiles in a slot right, and Verselli now in a slot left, now in motion to the right. Jesse with time. Over the middle, completes to Wiles, but he's buried right there. Good defensive play that time by the Bears. Gus Christensen, the outside linebacker, taking Wiles to the turf immediately at the 29. A gain of 5, 3rd and 5. Carthage in hurry up. Blitz coming. Gets it away, in and out, and dropped by Cole Verselli. Would have been enough for a 1st down, but he saw the defensive back coming at him. Both Gus Christensen and Schrader both were coming on that time, and bobbled, juggled, couldn't come up with it. So Carthage in this first half, 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions. Minute 32 to go. David Collins on to punt for the 6th time in this first half. Averaging 42 a kick, gets this one away. Goldberg running up on it will make the catch at his own 33, up the middle to the 40, and he'll be wrestled down across the 40 to the 44-yard line.
Goldberg returns for 11 yards.
On the coverage for the Firebirds, that was John Ambrosio. 2 timeouts remaining for the Bears. Minute 22 to go here in this first half. Three receivers to the left side. Single receiver Goldberg. They'll swing it out of the backfield, complete the pass. With it here on the near side. First catch of the day.
Rush's pass is complete to Morrissey.
Morrissey on the carry. Brendan Morrissey, a senior out of Frankfort and Lincoln Way East. That is his first reception today.
2nd and 3 from the Carthage
Gain of about 7, out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Stops the clock with 1:16, sets up a 2nd and 3. Roush again dumps it out of the backfield, but through the back's hands, incomplete. Morrissey dropped it. Had both DeVito out there defensively for Carthage, along with Bilodeau. So 3rd down, 3 receivers left, single receiver right, single back in the backfield for the Bears. Roush now will get the play signaled in from the sideline. They'll rotate the back. Morrissey around to the right side, off the right hip of Roush. He'll take the snap. 4-man rush, plenty of time. Now on the scramble, he'll take it up the middle with some running room. Rush will get the 1st down inside the Carthage 40, down to the Firebird 37-yard line. Gain of about 12 on the play for Roush.
Gain of 11, good enough for a WashU 1st down. 1st and 10 Bears at the Carthage 37-yard line.
So with time now, 51 seconds to play, 2 timeouts remaining. Again, they can stay in the middle of the field. They're going to go here near sideline, looking for Goldberg, incomplete. He was locked in coverage with Trey Mitchell that time. Stops the clock with 42 seconds to play, makes it 2nd and 10. Now Martin will check in as a linebacker. Also checking in for the Firebirds, Hayden Fisher up front. Carthage will rush 4. Dennis, the nickelback, lined up on the right side of the defensive formation, is Rush now under pressure, and Anthony Martin gets to him and will sack him back at the 40. This time it'll go as a sack, as Rush was sacked. Timeout being called here by WashU. Anthony Martin getting the sack. He now has 2.5 sacks on the year. Timeout WashU, stops the clock with 35 seconds remaining.
Their 2nd charge timeout of the half.
So 1 timeout remaining here for the Bears. They'll be facing 3rd and long when play resumes. Hey, later this afternoon, 3 o'clock tip over here at the Tarbell Arena. It's Carthage men's basketball. The men taking on the Defiance College. We will be over there, take a walk over there after this game is done. Take a look at Steve Jurakovic's team, their 2nd game of the season. They'll be right back at it tomorrow here at the Tarbell Arena. A 2 o'clock tip from the Tarbell, as they will take on Finlandia University out of Hancock, Michigan. It's cold here. Can you imagine what it's like up in Hancock, Michigan, in the Keweenaw Peninsula up there today? They've had some snow up there already. Did I say that 4-letter word? Snow. Women on the road today. They're up at St. Norbert's tournament. They lost last night to St. Norbert. They're facing St. Mary, the Bells of St. Mary's from Notre Dame, Indiana. Snap to Rush here on 3rd and 12 with time. Back over the middle. Ball is through the receiver's hands and incomplete. Had the man there, just couldn't make the catch. Jared Harrison, the intended target. Incomplete pass sets up 4th and 13. Clock stopped, 29 seconds to play. Punting unit coming on now for the Bears.
Brings up 4th and 13.
Try and drop one here. Trost will try and angle one out inside the 10-yard line. Jordan Wiles, his heels planted at the 5. Now comes up a few. Actually stand at the 10. 2nd punt of the afternoon. Delay of game.
Off it. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Little extra room to maneuver here. Again, Trost averaging 34 yards per kick, 32 today on his 1 punt. Now Carthage wants a timeout.
Carthage, their 1st timeout of the half.
Coming up at the half, we'll take a look at the numbers here today. We'll also look at the regional rankings. The second rankings out this season. One more ranking to go after today's games. We won't see the public release of those, but we can tell you with some certainty what the region is considering here, with North Central claiming a conference title. Central of Iowa from the American Rivers Conference, they are in, and Aurora is in as conference champions. Then you have Lake Forest facing Chicago today. Lake Forest undefeated, taking on an 8-1 Chicago team. If Chicago wins that game, that might upset the apple cart a little bit. Their strength of schedule just a scooch better than Wheaton's going into week 11 here. We will talk all about that at halftime. Also get you an update on the Carthage women's basketball game going on up in Green Bay today against St. Mary's of Indiana. Trost to punt. Wiles standing at his 10. Trost gets this one away. They'll get away from it. It will bounce inside the 15, bounce backwards, and will roll dead at the 21-yard line with 16 seconds to play here in the half. Carthage has 2 timeouts. They'll mark it at the 21. Another short punt. See what Carthage wants to do here. Jesse gets them set. It's been all Kyle Jesse here in this first half. Wiles and L, the receivers to the right side. 2 tight ends for Carthage, Williamson and Marquette. And they will hand it off to Gallardo. He will take it back to the line of scrimmage, out to the 22, and that will run out the clock here in this first half. Carthage unable to convert on third downs here this afternoon, and that has contributed to a 16-0 deficit. Washington University on top of the Carthage Firebirds. We will step out, take a 2-minute break, back to run the numbers and the scoring drives for you in our Mason's Eatery and Pub halftime show. When we return to Art Keller Field after this 2-minute break, you're listening to Carthage Football on AM 1050 WLIP.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Carthage Firebird dance team.
Carthage down 16-0 as we begin our halftime report, brought to you by Mason's Eatery and Pub. on Highway 50 and just west of Highway 31 in front of Tinseltown Theaters in Kenosha. Now, of course, we'll be there this coming Monday night at Mason's. Our third installment of the Carthage Athletics Insider presented by Mobile One Communication from 7 to 9, live from Mason's Pub and live here on 1050 WLIP. Well, the scoring summaries today, it's been all Washington University, as they got on the board first in the first quarter. As they got a touchdown run from Emmanuel Ibram, a 10-yard run for the touchdown. And it was second touchdown of the day was the rush by Tennyson Holmes around the right side. The try for the extra point was no good. That made it 13-0, and then Chris Vartanian, able to kick a 27-yard field goal. That capped off a weird 16-play, 55-yard drive. There were multiple penalties on one play that were against both teams, a holding call and a unnecessary roughness call that took them from first and goal at the 10, made it 1st and 10 from the 12. They were unable to punch it in, and Vartanian kicking a 27-yard field goal made it 16-0. WashU had one more scoring chance here in this second quarter, a 42-yard field goal that came up short by Vartanian here this afternoon. So your summary here of this first half, Carthage with just 16 passing yards today to go with 62 rushing yards, so a total of 78 yards today for Carthage on offense in that first half. Meanwhile, for WashU, an even 300 in the game here today. They get 208 in the air and 92 on the ground for a total of 300 total yards here in this first half. Matt Rush, 18 of 29 for 208 yards. He has yet to throw a touchdown pass today. He has been sacked once, but he has several different receivers, 7 different receivers getting the football here this afternoon in this ball game. They were led by Colin Goldberg. He was targeted 8 times. He has 5 receptions for 70 yards, a long of 28. Cole Oakman targeted 7 times, 5 receptions, 43 yards, a long of 11. Gabriel Sirek, 4 targets, 3 receptions, 22 yards. Colin Hoyta, able to get a couple of catches in there. 2 targets, 1 catch today. And that was good for 34 yards this afternoon. And rushing the football, it was Tennyson Holmes, 7 carries for 30 yards. Emmanuel Ibram, 5 carries, 25 yards. Matt Rush, the quarterback, 4 carries today, a net of 25. And Kenvoris Campbell, 5 carries for 12 yards rushing. Meanwhile, for Carthage, 62 total yards today on 23 plays in this first half. Kyle Jesse getting the start today at quarterback, 4 of 10 for just 16 yards. He was sacked once. His longest pass went for 5 yards. Both Jordan Wiles and Kyle Williamson each catching a pass for that distance from 5 yards. Wiles targeted 4 times, 2 receptions, 10 yards. Williamson targeted 2 times, 1 reception. Ray Gallardo, 1 reception for 5 yards. And Cole Verselli, 2 targets, and he has dropped 2 passes today. Gallardo, impressive running the ball when he is given the chance. 11 carries, 52 yards today, a long of 11. That's better than 4.7 per carry today. But the real story is time of possession and extending drives. WashU, 18 minutes and change to 11 minutes and change for Carthage in that first half. WashU 5 of 10 on third downs. Carthage 0 for 6 on third downs today. WashU red zone trips 4 times today, scoring on 3 of them, a pair of touchdowns and a field goal today. Penalties, not many. Washington 5 whistles for 40, Carthage 2 flags for 22. David Collins, 6 punts in that first half, a 42.2 average, a long of 49, 1 inside the 20. Tegan Trost with 2 punts, an average of 28 yards, a long of 32 today for Trost. Goldberg 1 for 2, or I should say Vartanian 1 for 2 on field goals today, making one from 27, missing one from 41. And our score here at the half, 16-0 here on our Mason's Eatery and Pub halftime report. Let's check the scoreboard, brought to you by Triangle Flooring Furniture and Appliance Center. So whooping going on in Naperville. Just under 2 minutes left in the first half. North Central 63, North Park nothing. North Central has rolled up 364 first half yards. North Park has rolled up 21 yards of offense. That's it. And it's North Central well on their way to a beatdown in North Park today, leading by a score of 63-0. They will get the automatic bid into the Division III football championships, which will get underway next weekend. 32 teams making the field, 27 automatic bids. North Central getting one of those 27 automatic bids. Rest of our Triangle Furniture and Appliance store scoreboard. Wheaton on top of Milliken early first quarter. That one is 7-0. Midway through the first quarter in Bloomington, scoreless between Illinois Wesleyan and Augustana. And Carroll and Elmhurst midway through the first are tied 7-7. Here it is Carthage trailing 16-0. We'll step out, take a 60 break. When we come back to our Mason's Eatery and Pub halftime show, we'll talk about the regional rankings that came out this week, the second of 3. We'll discuss those and what that will mean to possibly 2 CCIW teams getting into the NCAA Division III football playoffs when we return right after this 60 break on AM 1050 WLIP. Welcome back to our Mason's Eatery and Pub halftime show here on AM 1050 WLIP. John Weiser with you. Final football game of the season for Carthage College. They're hosting Washington University in Trail here at the half by a score of 16-0. The second round of regional rankings came out late Wednesday, and Region 5 is where the CCIW resides, along with the Northlands Athletic Collegiate Conference, the American Rivers Conference, and the Midwest Football Conference. Those are the 3 bigger leagues here in the upper Midwest that make up Region 5. And in that region, this week, after last week's rankings came out alphabetically, this week they're ranked according to wins and losses and strength of schedule. So North Central, without a doubt, the number 1 team ranked in the region. They have the automatic bid. They have clinched the conference title here in the CCIW. They have a record of 9-0, well on their way to 10-0, with a strength of schedule of 542, excuse me. Central of Iowa the conference champion of the American Rivers Conference, formerly the Iowa League. The Central team 9-0 going into action today. They have the automatic bid for the American Rivers Conference. And then you have Aurora. They have secured the automatic bid in the NAC this year. Aurora with head coach Don Beebe. They are 7-2 going into the final weekend this weekend, but they have one loss in the conference, and they handed Lakeland a one loss, so they have wins over the other one-loss teams in the conference. So they have the tiebreaker there and have won that league. Other teams in the rankings, coming in third this week in the rankings, was Wheaton at 8-1 with a strength of schedule of 495. Then you have this interesting matchup today in the Midwest Conference between Lake Forest and Chicago. Lake Forest, the Foresters, are 9-0. The Maroons are 8-1. And Lake Forest with a 450 strength of schedule behind Wheaton. Chicago with a 471 strength of schedule at 8-1. They have their big victory really was over Wash U the first week of the season. And if they defeat Lake Forest, they would win the automatic bid from the Midwest Conference, and then you would have Lake Forest at 9-1 sitting there at the table. And would they get there? That would be the question mark there. Other teams ranked include Coe at 7-2, and the reason they're getting ranked is they have a 517 strength of schedule, and Wartburg with an astronomical 575 strength of schedule at 6-3. So we shall see. Again, the numbers that the regional committees are looking at are records against regionally ranked opponent and your strength of schedule. So that typically plays into a formula that they will look at, and that is Region 5 with North Central on top of Region 5. Region 6 that includes the Wisconsin schools along with the West, the Northwest Conference, and the Minnesota Conference. UW-Whitewater is a conference champion. They clinched the WIAC title last week with the victory over La Crosse. St. John's and Bethel are facing off today in the championship of the Minnesota Conference. St. John's at 9-0, Bethel at 8-1 going into that game today. And that would be interesting too, because Bethel with a victory would win the conference and the automatic bid, and St. John's would be sitting out at 9-1, but a strength of schedule of 615. UW La Crosse is in that mix as well. The second place team in the WIAC. They are 6-1, but they are only being ranked in there because of their strength of schedule. 608 is their strength of schedule, 608. La Crosse has played two teams outside of Division III, winning one game and losing one game. So really they're only going to be ranked based on 8 games this year that they played within Division III. Redlands is ranked. They are champions of the Southern California Conference. And then you have UW Oshkosh sitting out there at 5-2 with a strength of schedule of 587. And what's interesting there is that possibility of perhaps 3 teams from the Wisconsin League getting in, 2 teams from the CCIW. It will remain to be seen. I doubt they will get 3 in from the WIAC, and I would think the Culver's Isthmus Bowl next weekend up in Madison, up in Fitchburg, probably going to feature UW Oshkosh and this Washington University team. They would be the top 3 teams, or top teams left, that would not make the NCAA tournament. We have the standings up on the screen for those of you on the video stream, and there you can see Wash U sitting in 3rd place. So if North Central and Wheaton both make the national tournament, it would be Wash U headed to the Isthmus Bowl, the Culver's Isthmus Bowl, the first of its kind involving the CCIW and the WIAC conferences. And that would be next Saturday up in Fitchburg at Fitchburg High School. I understand one of the newer facilities up in the Madison area. That should be a fun time. And really, I think for either team that makes it out of the conference, you can't ask for a better opportunity. You get one more full week of practice, one more full week of meetings and training, and a chance for your underclassmen to spend at least another week, your seniors spending another week within the program, getting involved in that football game. So we'll see how that runs. It's got a 3-year deal, so we'll see how long that runs up there in Madison. But a big thank you to Culver's Restaurants here in the Upper Midwest. Also, big thank you to American Family Insurance for putting that bowl game together. First of its kind at this level. No bowl games at the D3 level. You either make the national tournament or you go home, and at least for the CCIW and the WIAC, you've got the opportunity to play off in a bowl game next weekend. So it remains to be seen who those two teams are. Right now, I'd safe bet would say it's Oshkosh Titans and this Washington University Bear team to square off in that one. Basketball going on this afternoon. Carthage women are in Green Bay taking on St. Mary's College, the second day of the St. Norbert's tournament, and they have jumped out to a 12-5 run in the second quarter. They now lead St. Mary's College 22-18 late in the second quarter in that contest. It's Kelsey Cashon with 9 points and 3 rebounds leading the way for the Firebirds as they are up in the first half in that matchup. They'll be home Wednesday night. They will play host to Wisconsin Lutheran College Wednesday night here at the Tarbell Arena at 7 o'clock. We've got basketball this weekend, both today and tomorrow, involving the Firebird men. Steve Jurkovic and his 1-0 Firebirds hosting Defiance College this afternoon in the Tarbell Arena at 3 o'clock. And then again tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, it'll be the Lions from Finlandia University, an ELCA institution up in Hancock, Michigan, coming into the Tarbell Arena tomorrow afternoon. We will have that game for you tomorrow. I will call that action tomorrow on the video stream at live.carthage.edu tomorrow afternoon, getting underway at around 1:45 tomorrow with a 2 o'clock tip. We will have video with no audio for that basketball game that gets underway at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Again, you can tune in live.carthage.edu for that ball game for the men's basketball game. Both teams ready to go here for the start of our second half. Carthage trailing by a score of 16-0. Pair of rushing touchdowns this afternoon for the Bears. Tennyson Holmes, a 12-yard touchdown run. Emmanuel Ibrahim, an 11-yard touchdown run. And that is your scoring touchdown-wise. Chris Vartanian with a 27-yard field goal. Carthage unable to extend drives in that first half. Wash U will get the football to start this second half. They won the Francetic tax resolution coin toss today and deferred until the second half. So they will get the ball. They will be going into the wind here in this third quarter. So David Collins will get set to kick it off for the Firebirds. Lanphier and Goldberg are standing inside the 5-yard line to my left. They will be going left to right here in this third quarter into that, at times, gusty northwest wind. Collins' kick will be taken at the 5. They'll run the reverse back to Goldberg, coming up near side to the 20 and gets out to the 25-yard line. Carthage was there. They saw that play on tape, and the special teams unit able to make the play near the 25-yard line. Matt Rush, 18 of 29 for 208 yards in that first half. He was sacked once. 8 different receivers in that first half for Rush. Two receivers to the left here on first down, and Rush looking left all the way. Pumps once, now comes back, and diving forward to make the catch is Colin Hoyta out near the 32-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play. It'll set up a 2nd and short. Kind of pump faked, and then Hoyta curled and came back to the football and went to the turf immediately on the catch. Now they'll run it. Big hole over the left side, first down out to the 40-yard line. On the carry, Ibram. Garrett Warner was there on the tackle for Carthage, but it's a first down at their own 40-yard line. Ibram again gets the carry, spins forward out to the 42-yard line. He got tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Chris DeVito was there defensively for the Firebirds along with Jalen Slater. 2nd and 9. Ball at their own 42-yard line. Just underway, second half. They'll swing it out of the backfield. Pass is complete. Far side across midfield. Out of bounds at the Carthage 45. Chris DeVito getting out there. Make the stop. Ibram on the catch out of the backfield to the Carthage 47-yard line as well. They will spot him out. And another first down for the Bears. Simple swing pass. And DeVito was there. Ibram again running, this time to the right side, inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line. Garrett Warner was there on the tackle. They will spot it at the Carthage 43-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. 2 by 2 are the receivers this time. Rush will hand it off. Slater was there, makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. Ambrosio and Slater both there, able to make the stop. And now it's third down. At first half, they were 5 of 10 on third down conversions. They'll put 3 receivers to the left, double slot there. They'll break it out. Oakman now the slot receiver to the left side. Rush gets it out quickly, comes back near side to Goldberg, makes the catch at the Carthage 35-yard line. Trey Mitchell able to make the tackle, just enough for a WashU first down. Goldberg now 6 receptions for 74 yards. Leading receiver on the team for the Bears today. Coming in, only had 24 receptions on the year. Oakman has been the workhorse receiver for this team. They will hand it off. Coming around the near side is Holmes. Holmes wrapped up. Chris DeVito able to tackle him at the 31-yard line for a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. We're just underway, third quarter. WashU just chewing up yardage once again here on the ground. 113 yards on the ground now. Again, they go to the right side, and again, short of the first down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line is Holmes. Josh Bilodeau there to make the tackle, and now the Bears ready to snap it again here on third down. First down and more inside the 25 to the Carthage 24-yard line. Garrett Warner bringing down Holmes, and we've got an injured Firebird down near the 30-yard line, so time has been called. And it's senior Jalen Slater. He has been playing hurt in the last 4 ball games. He's had a bad shoulder. He has fought through that injury. I give that man props. He is trying to gut it out here and has his helmet off now as he's Jake Denauer, the head athletic trainer there, and they'll walk off together. Rubbing that right shoulder. You know, the other workhorse for Carthage on offense has been Drew Neville, the senior left tackle. He has started every game and played that position all season on an offensive line that He's been missing at times 5 or 6 players. 3 receivers to the left here on 1st and 10 from the Carthage 24. Roush, a little hitch and go. Man open, comes back under it, makes the catch. Touchdown, Wash U. Far side of the end zone, Colin Hoyta with the touchdown catch as he got away from Baker that time. Got past the containment, made the catch in the end zone. It's 22-0 Washington University. Hoyta from 24 yards out. So they take the opening kickoff to start the second half and cash it in. Vartanian for the kick. Spot kick is up, and the kick is good. Our Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha scoring drive. 11 plays, 75 yards. Hoyta, his first touchdown reception today from 24 yards out. First touchdown pass thrown today by Matt Rush. And he now has 23 touchdowns on the season. 23-0 Washington University. And our scoring drives brought to you by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. You'll find their entire inventory online at lynchchevroletofkenosha.com. Located on Highway 50, just east of I-94. We thank Lynch for being part of our broadcasts again this year. Here on 1050 WLIP. S.J. Crystal's Menswear, part of our broadcast as well. For the finest in men's fashions, it's S.J. Crystal's in downtown Kenosha. Francetic Tax Services, we thank them. Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center. Sylvere Campbell and Marcos Dinkins standing inside the 10-yard line, waiting Vartanian's kick. It'll be Campbell from his 11. Cuts back left side to the 20, angles to the near sideline 25, trying to get outside the numerals at the 30, and is knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Getting down there on special teams for the Bears was Nicholas Albert, sophomore out of San Diego, California. Kyle Jesse, starting quarterback today for the Firebirds. 4 of 10, 16 yards. His first offensive snap of the second half. Williamson, the tight end, in motion, realigns to the left side. And Jesse going to throw here on first down, looking for Campbell. One-handed grab and made the catch. Sylvere Campbell, one hand at the 46-yard line. Shows off those yellow gloves. Little spider tack maybe on those gloves. We're watching the replay here as he broke and then cut back just across midfield with his right hand, made the catch and stayed in bounds. 21-yard pickup, first down Firebirds. They'll swing it out. This time they'll get it outside to Wiles, and he is buried behind the line. That play's slow to develop. Jesse didn't zip that one out there. That gave the linebackers an opportunity to walk out there and make the play on Wiles. It'll be a loss of 1, second down and 11. First trip into Washington University territory today for the Firebirds. Second and 11. Jesse wants to throw again. Outside, complete to Campbell. He'll sidestep the sideline and get out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. See where they mark him out. Mark him out at the 40, short of the first down. It'll bring up third and short here for the Firebirds. So third and about 5 for Carthage. They are 0 for 6 on third downs today. Gallardo the single back. Campbell the single receiver to the right. Wiles and L to the near side. Gallardo Running up the middle will get the first down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 6-yard run by Gallardo. First down Carthage, their first third down conversion of the afternoon.
Gallardo carries for another Firebird. First down.
And this freshman running back continues to impress.
4-yard line.
Gallardo now over 60 yards rushing today. First and 10 Carthage at the Wash U 34-yard line. Jesse will hand it off. Gallardo again, left side with a hole. Breaks a tackle inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Good strong run along the near hash mark by Ray Gallardo. Nice blocking on that left side. Gilmeister and Neville
First down.
doing a nice job over there to open up the hole. And Gallardo picks up the first down. They're in the Rustics Subs red zone. Brought to you by Rustic Subs in Kenosha. Find them online at rusticsubs.com. Gallardo again up the middle. Penalty marker thrown as he's tackled inside the 15-yard line. Flag thrown right into that pile by the umpire. We'll check out the call. Timothy Duffy is our referee today.
Personal foul, tripping, defense, number 56. Penalty is half the distance, automatic first down.
A tripping call on the defense this time. I think that's the first time I've seen that call this year.
First and goal, Carthage from the
So a tripping call. That goes against Andrew Silver. First and goal, Carthage inside the 10. Jesse throwing, back shoulder catch is made by Sylvere Campbell. Touchdown, Firebirds. Sylvere Campbell, and he'll show the belt as he comes back to the Carthage sideline. A circus catch to keep this drive alive, and then he finishes off the drive with a touchdown reception from 7 yards out. For Campbell, that is his 8th touchdown of the year. Carthage going to go for 2 here, trailing 23-6. We'll go for the 2-point attempt. They want it off the right hash mark, going right to left here. Gallardo, the single back, Wiles, Campbell, and L lined up here to the near side. They'll throw it back and in and out of the hands of L. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion fails. But the Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha scoring drive. The Firebirds on the board here in the second half. Converted a third down. They had a nice catch, 2 nice catches by Sylvere Campbell on that drive. And Campbell with the 7-yard touchdown reception. 23-6 your score, 7 plays, 67 yards, and the touchdown to Sylvere Campbell. And as our Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha scoring drive brought to you by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha on Highway 50 just east of I-94. First touchdown pass for Kyle Jesse in his career. See if Carthage may attempt here. They're going to kick away or try an onside kick. Wash U thinks they're going to kick away here.
Collins to kick for Carthage.
So the Firebirds on the board, elected to go for 2, came up short, trailing here 23-6. 7:45 to go here in this third quarter. And Fear and Goldberg are the deep men here. Collins will kick it away. End over end kick. Taken here on the near side. Across the 20, out to the 25, to the 27. And he has stood up there. Lanphier with the return. 17-yard return out to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Bears will get it. 7:37 to play here in the third. Bears up by a score of 23-7. Our Triangle Furniture, Flooring and Appliance Center scoreboard. Halftime in Naperville. North Central leading North Park 63-0. Wheaton in the second quarter on top of Milliken 14-0. Augustana out to a 20-0 lead on Illinois Wesleyan in the second quarter. And in the second quarter, Carroll and Elmhurst tied at 7. On first down, they hand it off. Check that, a swing pass to the near side to Kenvoris Campbell, the freshman. He'll take it across the 32-yard line, short of a first down. It's a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Bears. Tanner Ludwig was there to make the stop. From their own 32, 2nd and 5. Rush wants to pass. A little hitch and go here down the near sideline, and it's thrown incomplete over the head of the intended receiver and out of bounds. Tanner Ludwig was there in coverage on the receiver, Jared Harrison, the intended target. So now we have a 3rd down and 5 from the 32. Bears are 7 of 12 on 3rd downs today. Rush going to throw it far side, and it's incomplete. Sailed on him that time. This time looking for Toby Clark. Sails into the far sideline, out of play, 4th down. So Carthage gets a stop after the touchdown. Big, important stop. Now let's see if they can get some momentum here, trailing 23-6. Wiles waiting for the Trost punt. Just gets this one away. Another bad punt off the side of his foot. Makes it on 2 bounces to midfield. Only an 18-yard punt by Trost. Carthage will have half the field to work with here from the 50. 6:44 to play here in the 3rd, down 23-6. Sylvere Campbell with a 7-yard touchdown catch on that last drive. He's back out there again. He is the single receiver on the right side. Wiles and L lined up here to the near side. Wiles in a slot. Gallardo, the running back. Kyle Jesse working from the pistol. Sends his tight end in motion. Now realigns to the right side. The give is to Gallardo. And Gallardo met in the backfield, and he'll be tackled for a loss. First man in there was Jonathan Smith, and then it was Harvey, Alex Harvey, who finished him off for a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. So 2nd and 11 from their own 49 for the Firebirds. Showing blitz are the Bears. Jesse takes the snap, gets rid of it quickly, in and out of the hands of Williamson, incomplete, broken up on the play by the linebacker, Sam Matichek. That sets up 3rd and 11 now for the Firebirds. Just 1 for 7 on 3rd downs. They converted their only 3rd down on that last touchdown drive. Williamson, the tight end in motion, now realigns to the left side. Play fake to Gallardo, swings it out to Wiles, and he is met immediately at midfield and pulled down there. Well read on the play that time by the defensive back, the nickel back in there for the Bears. It's a gain of 2 to the 49 of the Bears. Carthage will go for it here, trailing 23-6 here on 4th down. Carthage going for it here on 4th down. 7 of 15 on the season. Out of the backfield and incomplete. Looking for Gallardo. It was thrown well in front of him. Incomplete. Wouldn't have not would not have gotten the first down. The defender was right there as well. So Carthage turns it over on downs at midfield. Big play on that drive was Gallardo's tackle for a loss on first down. And so WashU takes over at their own 49 with 5:11 to play, leading 23-6. And they go right at it. Ball's put in play. They're ready to snap it. Campbell in the backfield now. Rush play fake going over the middle. Completes to Goldberg. Brought down inside the 30 by Trey Mitchell. It's a 23-yard pickup, I should say, to the Carthage 28. And it's a WashU first down. And the Bears ready to snap it once again. This is Oakham taking the snap now in a Wildcat. He's going to keep it, coming around the left side. Oakham around the left side to the 25, out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Little Wildcat action that time by the Bears. Oakham, the wide receiver, taking that snap with Rush on the sideline that time. He picks up 8 just short of the 20-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 2. Late here in the third, Carthage trailing 23-6. Campbell cuts it back up the middle from the left side, inside the 20, will get the first down. They'll mark it at the 17, first and 10, Bears. Jalen Slater back in there, that's good to see. He left on that last defensive series. But he's back out there again. From the 17, Rush going to throw. Swings it out far side, completes inside the 10. Out of bounds near the first down marker at the 7. Swings it out to Colin Hoyta. Far sideline, it's first and goal, Bears at the Carthage 7. Campbell gets the call up the middle, and not much there as he is met right in the hole. Gain of about 2 down to the 5-yard line. Ambrosio is in there. Jalen Dennis also knifing his way in there. Second and goal from the 5. 3 minutes to play here in the third. WashU in the Rustic Subs red zone once again. From the 5-yard line, Rush wants to throw. Fade route into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Colin Hoyta, his second touchdown catch today. Second touchdown thrown by Rush. And they steal the momentum from Carthage, leading now 29-6, but there is a flag on the field.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 17, taunting. That 15-yard penalty be assessed on the ensuing kickoff.
Matt Rush, the quarterback, a little extra celebration that time, taunting the Firebirds. So the touchdown will stand. Vartanian on to kick the extra point. He's had one snap that got, got past the holder in the first half. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it is good. 2:54 to play in this third quarter. It's 30-6 now in favor of the Washington University Bears. The Lynch Chevrolet scoring drive, 6 plays, 51 yards, and Colin Hoyta, a couple of catches on that drive, and Hoyta, the 5-yard touchdown reception to cap it off. His second touchdown grab of the day, second touchdown pass of the day by Matt Rush. He is just 3 yards shy of 300 on the day today. So with the penalty now, Vartanian's going to kick this one off from his own 25. So Carthage should come away with good field position here. Marcos Dinkins and Sylvere Campbell, the two deep men once again for the Firebirds. This time near their own 25. Actually, that's Jalen West back there now, along with Campbell, and this will be a short kick. Campbell will take from his 35, cuts to his right across the 40, now back to his left to the 45 and tackled there.
Campbell returns for 12 yards.
12-yard return for Sylvere Campbell out to the 45-yard line, so Carthage coming away with good field position here. Kyle Jesse once again at quarterback, 9 of 17 today for 52 yards. One touchdown pass early here in the third quarter to Sylvere Campbell. Gallardo, the single tailback. 3 receivers, 2 to the right side. Jesse going to throw to Campbell over the middle, caught back toward the middle of the field just across the 50-yard line. They will spot him down at the WashU 48. Gain of about 7, so they'll bring up 2nd and 3. 4th reception of the day for Campbell. All coming here in the second half. And that one spectacular 20-yard grab with the right hand, a one-hand grab. Gallardo right up the middle. Takes it to the 40-yard line and a first down.
Gallardo on the carry.
Gain of 12 for Gallardo. Now has 84 yards rushing today. Trying to go back-to-back over 100 yards on the ground here for the freshman running back out of Richmond Burton High School. Wiles in a slot to the right side with L. Campbell lined up here to the left side. Gallardo the single back. Jesse going to throw, has time. Right side, completes to L inside the 30, tackled there. Met almost immediately as he made the catch by TJ Perusik. But it's another Firebird first down at the 27 of the Bears. Offense here in the second half finally finding a rhythm despite just 1 of 8 on third downs today. 1st and 10 from the 27, I should say, of the Bears. Gallardo cuts back to his left, spins out of a tackle to 25, down to the 23-yard line. Another nice run by Gallardo.
Brought down by Brown.
Brown was there. Anthony Brown, the outside linebacker.
Gain of 3 and 2nd and 7.
Under a minute to go here in this third quarter now. 2nd and long for the Firebirds. Now they'll move L to the right side along with Wiles. They'll put Campbell here to the left side, single coverage. Jesse with the snap. Throws back out to L, makes the catch at the 20. First man misses, dives forward to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 7, short of the first down. Looks like he's going to be about a yard shy. And it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Firebirds. 2nd catch of the day for Eddie L. So 3rd and 1 for the Firebirds, and that will end our third quarter. 3rd and 1 when we return. Carthage into the Rustic Subs red zone to start the 4th. They trail by a score of 30-6. This is Carthage football on AM 1050 WLIP.
Fans reminder, programs for today's game are available online at athletics.carthage.edu under the Game Day tab, or you can scan the QR codes that are located throughout the facility with your phone to view the program. Also a reminder, there is a beer tent available in the south end zone. Buy one, get one.
Fourth quarter set to begin here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha. Carthage trailing 30-6. John Weiser with you here this afternoon. Little Wildcat look here. Bo Jessen in there now. He's going to run the football. He comes around the left side. Bo Jessen will get the first down inside the 15. Late flags after the play. Got the first down to the 13-yard line, but flags after the play was over.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 69. That penalty being enforced from the end of the run, first down. This is number 69's first unsportsmanlike conduct.
Adam Gilmeister, the left guard, a little extracurricular. He was taken down, trying to get unpiled in one of those you gonna, I oughta kind of situations, and got caught. He was the second guy. He is engaged with a defender there for Wash U, gave him a shove, and he got caught on the second shove. So they'll move it back to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Carthage, however. As we start this third quarter, Kyle Jesse back in there at quarterback. So Bo Jessen did his job, got the first down. Low snap back to Jesse. Timing is messed up, and Jesse going to be sacked. Ball came out, but Jesse fell on it back at the 31-yard line. It was a bad snap. And Jesse was lucky to get back there. Again, there was a man, the nose guard, lined up right over Trey Grabo, and typically that's when bad things happen, when you got a guy lined up directly over the center. He's got to worry about the block and getting the ball back on a shotgun. That time didn't get it quite back there. This time a better snap. Jesse going to throw. Far sideline, leaping grab. Sylvere Campbell to the 11, but hold the phone. He comes up a bit limping here. Campbell with another acrobatic catch. And again, Jesse threw it to a spot. Campbell able to high point it and make the catch at the 11. Came down awkward and his right knee, and he is still in there. Going to gut it out. From the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 Carthage. Campbell now with 5 receptions here in the second half. Jesse going to swing it out of the backfield to Gallardo. Gallardo gets back to the line of scrimmage, may have gotten a yard. Anthony Brown was there defensively for Wash U to blow that play up. Again, it's a great idea, get Gallardo out in space, but to me it's just like a slow developing play. That ball's got to get back to Jesse. He's got to throw it. He's got to get rid of it, get it out there to Gallardo instead of look, set, throw. That gave the defense a time to look, chase down Gallardo for no gain. Jesse will hand it off. Gallardo going up the middle, trying to pick his way inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play for Gallardo. 93 yards rushing this afternoon for the freshman.
Brought down by Streepy.
JT Streepy there to make the play. Carthage 2 for 9 on third downs, facing a 3rd and 4 from the 6. Wiles in a slot to the left side. Campbell single coverage here to the near side. They look to swing it to the tight end. Marquette can't come up with it. It falls short, incomplete. 4th down and the field goal unit coming on.
Pass intended for Marquette falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
David Collins on for a field goal attempt here. 1 for 5. Able to make a field goal last week against Carroll from 42 yards out. This one will be a 23-yarder near hash mark, left to right. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Second made field goal of the season for David Collins. Makes it 30-9 with just over 12 minutes to go in the ball game. So our Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha scoring drive. Carthage goes 11 plays for 49 yards. And it was David Collins with the field goal to cut the deficit to 30-9. Women's basketball up in Green Bay this afternoon. Carthage women now in the 4th quarter, leading St. Mary's College 44-26. 2 players in double figures, Kelsey Cashon with 11, Ayanna Esther with 10 for the Firebirds in that one, trying to rebound from a tough loss to St. Norbert last night and trying to end a 2-game losing skid. The Firebirds back home Wednesday night, women's basketball here at the Tarbell Arena. They will be taking on Wisconsin Lutheran College. Men's basketball, a little less than an hour, will be tipping off over at Tarbell. It'll be Carthage and Defiance, and they will be facing off at 3 o'clock. Collins has it teed up at the 35, kicks it away. Goldberg will take at his own 3, near side to the 5, 10, circles to his right, gets to the 15, now up the far numerals to the 20, 25, 30, breaks it back up the middle, 40, 45, Collins falls down, and Goldberg will take it down the near sideline in for the touchdown. Collins was lining up to make the tackle, and then tripped. The turf monster took him down just as he was trying to get up to Goldberg, and Goldberg, 97-yard touchdown return for the Bears. An injured Carthage player down, Isaiah Waller. So Goldberg finally gets a touchdown on kickoffs. He is their leading return man. Second touchdown on a kickoff given up by Carthage special teams this year. First for the Bears, it goes 97 yards. Isaiah Waller, the injured Carthage player at the 35 here on the near side, will make his way back, talking with the training staff. Vartanian to kick the extra point. The hold by Oakman. It's up, and it is good.
Vartanian's point after try is good with 11:53 left in the game.
So, the 97-yard touchdown return by Goldberg. Carthage trails 37-9. Let's take a look at the Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center scoreboard. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. North Central on North Park, 77-6. Wheaton leading Milliken at the half, 28-0. Augustana late second quarter on top of Illinois Wesleyan 24-7. And just about to go halftime down at Elmhurst. Carroll leading Elmhurst 24-7. Our check of the scoreboard brought to you by Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center on Highway 50 and Roosevelt Road in Kenosha. Open Saturdays till 5. Stay tuned. We'll have our post-game show. Dustin Haas will be in along with our Harbor Park Health and Fitness Player of the Game today. They'll be in our post-game report. And stick around here on 1050 WLIP. Rock and Roll Never Forgets with Terry Havel coming your way at around 3 o'clock this afternoon or earlier if this game gets on early. Be looking for that. Enjoy your late afternoon wherever you might be today. Special hello to all our veterans out there, all those who have served in the armed forces. We thank you. I personally thank you for your service. On one hop, Sylvia Campbell out across the 40, 50, down the far sideline. Campbell, 30, 20, tripped up from behind at the 15-yard line, but there is a penalty marker near midfield. Referee threw the flag. This one's going to be coming back, possibly for a block in the back against the Firebirds. Another great kick return run by Sylvia Campbell, but I believe it's going to be negated, holding the preliminary call against the Firebirds.
Holding, return team, number 84. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Carthage.
Oliver Cox, the guilty party on special teams. Guilty of the hold. Spot near the 39-yard line, so Carthage will take over on the 29-yard line. 11 and a half minutes remaining in this season for the Firebirds. Kyle Jesse, the freshman, getting the start today. 14 of 23 for 98 yards. Campbell, 5 catches here in the second half for 61 yards and a touchdown. Jesse looks to throw over the middle, completes to Wiles down the far side, down to the 40, and out of bounds short of the 45-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 43. It's a gain of 14 and a first down. First catch this afternoon. Make that the 5th catch by Jordan Wiles here today. Wiles getting into the end zone last week against Carroll. Comes up with a nice reception here. 13-yard pickup and a first down. Jesse again working from the pistol. Gonna throw with time. L with the catch. He'll go down with it at the Wash U 45-yard line. 13-yard pickup for L. His 3rd catch today. First down, Firebirds at the Wash U 43-yard line. Jesse getting into a rhythm here in the second half. Wants to throw again. Late blitz, gets away with it, throws it up. Campbell makes the catch at the 25-yard line, brought down there. Once again, high pointing the football, makes the catch at the 25. It was a late linebacker blitz that time. Jesse stood tall, took the hit, delivered the football, and Campbell made the catch at the 25-yard line. Love this kid, Sylvia Campbell from Martin Luther High School. That's in Greendale. That's just over by Southridge Mall in Milwaukee. A great athlete. He's going to be an asset for the next couple of years. Now Jesse nowhere to go on the scramble, and he's going to go down. Kyle Jesse sacked back near the 28-yard line. Alex Harvey with the sack. Got him from behind that time, tripped him down, wrapped up his ankles and pulled him down. So a loss of 2 on the sack, second sack of Jesse today. 2nd and 12. Again with time. Looking for Campbell, and he can't come up with an incomplete. A little mix-up on the route there. Campbell driving down the near sideline, stopped, turned, looked for the ball. I think Jesse thought he was going to continue to go downfield. Was thrown out of bounds, incomplete. Jalen West will check in now. They'll bring out a tight end. Marquette comes out. So they'll go with 4 receivers, 1 tight end, and a running back here. 3rd and 12. 3 receivers to the left for the Firebirds. Kyle Jesse looking to take the snap. Has time, steps up, delivers low, juggled but caught. Campbell made the catch at the 12, 1st down Carthage. 15-yard pickup for Sylvia Campbell, his 7th catch, 95 yards and a touchdown today for the freshman wide receiver. Just running a go route down here on the near side, a little quick slant at the numerals, made the catch to pick up the 1st down. Inside the Rustic Subs red zone now for the Firebirds at the 12-yard line. Jesse swings it out of the backfield and it's incomplete. Terrible pass there. Was thrown low and in front of Gallardo, the running back. One of the things that Carthage quarterbacks need to work on. Arm strength. Get that ball out there. Throw it with authority. Throw it with the intent to complete rather than I'm throwing it hoping it's going to get there. Clock stopped, 8:40 to go in the game, down 37-9. Carthage 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Marquette, the tight end, in motion. Wiles in a slot to the left side. They will hand it off. Gallardo up the middle. Breaks a tackle inside the 10 and wrestled down near the 8-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup for Gallardo. 97 yards rushing now on the day for the freshman running back Gallardo. 126 last week with a long of 49 for the freshman out of Richmond Burton High School. Carthage can stay healthy next year. They've got a stable of running backs, a stable of receivers. Again, they're Alex Jarvis missing his 5th game this season because of injury. Jesse throwing back near side. Campbell a one-hand grab. Touchdown Firebirds. Defender draped all over him. And Campbell with his 2nd touchdown catch of the day. Sam Matichek, the defensive back, draped all over him and he went up one-handed again in the back of the end zone near the right pylon for the touchdown grab. 2nd touchdown catch of the day for Sylvia Campbell. 2nd thrown by Kyle Jesse. Extra point by Collins is on the way, and it is good. 37-16 the score now. Carthage trailing, 7:53 to play. 15-yard completion to Campbell on that drive, and then the touchdown grab by Campbell. Our Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha scoring drive. 9 plays, 71 yards. Kyle Jesse, his 2nd touchdown pass. 2nd reception, touchdown reception for Sylvia Campbell. And Carthage has cut it to 37-16. Our scoring drives brought to you by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha on Highway 50, just east of I-94. You'll find them online at lynchchevroletofkenosha.com. Campbell now 8 receptions, 103 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Again, only 5 men up front here for the Bears. I'm going to wonder, you try a little surprise onside here, or do you kick it away? Collins will run up. Little chip kick here. Short to the near side. to the 20, 25, 30, and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big time collision on that play. Getting down there on special teams, Kyle Freimeyer. So it'll be 1st and 10, Washington University at their own 30-yard line is where they will mark it. Make it the 31. Matt Rush today, 26 of 39 for 297 yards. He is knocking on the door of his fourth 300-yard passing day of the year. He will hand it off. Going up the right side, Emmanuel Ibram. That's the 10th carry of the day for Ibram. Takes it out to the 40, make it the 34-yard line for a gain of 3. Jalen Dennis, Jalen Slater, both there for the Firebirds. 2nd down, 7. Bobbled snap, it's loose. And Ibram able to come away with it. He'll run it across the 40 out to the 43-yard line for the first down. A bobbled snap, juggled by the quarterback Rush, falls into the arms of Ibram, and he runs it up the middle to get the first down. Tomczak was able to tackle him, but not before he gets to the 43 and a first down. 1st and 10, Bears at their own 43, under 7 minutes to play, leading 37-16. Carthage with only 1 sack today. Ibram met in the backfield and pulled down there. A host of Carthage players there. Dylan Ramirez was in there. Also Garrett Warner. It'll be a tackle for a loss of 2 back to the 41-yard line. Will set up a 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Ibram 12 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown today. Rush wants to throw, left side, man open, leaping grab inside the Carthage 40. And where do they mark him out? He was out of bounds.
Rush's pass is complete.
Line judge threw the flag here. Did he step out and then came back in to make the catch? Or is this a sideline violation?
Ineligible man downfield. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat. 2nd down.
Andrew Silver, the right guard, guilty of being downfield before the pass. Moves the football back to the Wash U 36-yard line. 2nd and 17, I should say, from the 36. Under 6 minutes and counting remaining. Carthage needs a stop here. Play clock down to 12. Rush looking for a call here. Gets his team set. Takes the snap, wants to throw, comes back near side, completes. Near side catch made. Number 81, Ginsburg on the reception. Gain of about 7. Ginsburg in there now as a wide receiver, was lined up in a slot here, just broke down the numerals and cut to the outside. Made the reception for the first down. Nope, check that 3rd down, 3rd and 10 here. Rush drops straight back with time. Now on the scramble, up the middle with some room. Cuts back to the left and was drilled. A shoulder tackle that time by Jay Belcher for the Firebirds. A gain of 9, short of the first down. The Bears look as if they will go for it here. They may just take all of the 26 seconds left on the play clock down. And then take a timeout. Let's see. Two more receivers coming on here for the Bears as they will go for it here. Play clock down to 4. Oh, movement up front. The tight end jumped. Big break for the Firebirds there.
False start.
They don't usually go with a tight end,
5-yard penalty.
but he jumped
Fourth down.
offside. John Mascalunas, senior out of Long Grove, went to Stevenson High School, jumped out of his stance, so the 5-yard penalty instead of going for it now. The punting unit coming on. Taden Trost, a freshman. 3 punts today with a 24-yard average. Wiles with his heels at the 10-yard line. Short punt once again. Bounces inside the 20 and rolls dead at the 15-yard line. With 3:56 remaining, Carthage will take over at their own 15-yard line. His longest punt today for Trost of 38 yards. So Carthage with 3:56 remaining, trailing 37-16. They have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Kyle Jesse said we're going to be a quarterback by committee today. We haven't seen anybody else as Marquette dropped that one. Second drop by Marquette today. Verselli has had a couple of drops today. Second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Stay tuned. Our postgame show will have Dustin Haas and our Harbor Park Health and Fitness Player of the Game. We'll do that during our postgame. We'll also recap all of the numbers for you, and we'll take a look at the Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center scoreboard. Blitz coming. Jesse steps up, and it's thrown incomplete. Not sure where he was going with that one. There were 3 defenders closer to the football than Jordan Wiles, who was out near midfield. Quickly now, third down. Firebirds are 4 for 6 on third downs here in this second half. 3 receivers to the left here for Kyle Jesse. Jesse with time. Wants to throw. Looks for L. In and out of his hands, and it's intercepted. Deflected off of L into the hands of Kieran Kanjar, the junior safety, with the pick. 16th interception of the season by the Bears defense. They are plus 15. That's 8th in the nation in that stat. And WashU will take over. Sophomore Brett Simcox will step in now at quarterback. 6'2", 192, a sophomore. Rush's day is done. 27 of 40. 304 yards and 2 touchdowns today for Rush. That is his 4th 300-plus passing yardage game of the year. And they will hand it off. Tennyson Holmes battered in the backfield and taken down for a loss. Carthage playing hard right to the end here on defense. Like Garrett Warner got in there.
Warner behind the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 12 for the Bears at the Carthage 28-yard line. They'll swing it out near side, complete the pass past Ludwig inside the 20 as it's complete. Taylor with the catch. Tanner Ludwig had a chance to make the play right at the point of attack, but fell down right in front of the receiver as the ball got there and allowed the receiver to get some yardage to the 20-yard line. Short of the first down, it'll bring up 3rd and 6 from the 21. Clock moving, 2:40 remaining. Brett Simcox waiting for the snap. Takes it. Blitz coming. Gets rid of it to here the near side. Tennyson Holmes makes the catch. Rumbles out of bounds near the 15-yard line. Close to a first down. It is indeed enough for a first down. So 1st and 10, Washington University. We'll see what they want to do here. Carthage has all 3 timeouts remaining, trailing 37-16. Would not be surprised if we see them try and take a knee here. They don't need the points. They will hand it off. Once again, Tennyson Holmes up the middle inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Jake Tomzak there to make the stop. 2nd down and 2. And again, the Bears don't need to score here. They're up 37-16. Simcox, the sophomore quarterback. Tennyson Holmes, the senior running back. Read option. They'll give it to Holmes. He is wrapped up by Anthony Martin in the backfield for a loss back near the 12-yard line.
Brought down by Martin behind the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be a loss back to the 12. Brings up 3rd and long, under a minute to go.
3rd and 7 from the 12-yard line.
So 3rd and about 7 here for the Bears. They're going to get to 7-2 in the conference, 7-3 overall. Movement up front. Looked like a wide receiver in the slot may have jumped first. Let's see.
False start.
We had the false start penalty, but that's all we got.
False start. Off it. Number 9. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Toby Clark in that double slot on that right side broke out of his stance early.
5-yard penalty against WashU brings up 3rd and
41 seconds remaining. Stay tuned for our post-game report. Brought to you by Mason's Eatery and Pub. They will hand it off. Holmes again, wrapped up by Warner.
Holmes on the carry, brought down by Warner.
Garrett Warner, a fine year. He should make all-conference this year. Maybe second team. Carthage is going to drop their 6th consecutive conference game here as WashU leaves Kenosha with a victory. They're now 2-0 in Kenosha, 3-0 over the Firebirds. Your final here today, 37-16. Washington University on the cusp of going to a bowl game, depending on if Wheaton gets accepted into the NCAA tournament next weekend. Your final here today from Keller Field in Kenosha. Washington University, the Bears 37, the Carthage College Firebirds 16. We'll step out, take a 3-minute break, get things put together for our post-game report, including a visit with Dustin Haas and our Harbor Park player of the game. All coming in 3 minutes on AM 1050 WLIP. Time now for our post-game report here this afternoon as the Carthage Firebirds fall here at home by a final of 37-16. Carthage dropping 6 straight conference games. They finished the season 3-6 in conference, 3-7 overall. And really it's the same story again today in this loss. Unable to finish drives, unable to sustain drives. Last week Carthage was able to move the football pretty much at will against Carroll, just couldn't finish those drives. Today, back to their old bad habit, and that is unable to convert on third downs. They were 0 for 6 in third downs in the first half, and in the second half actually moved the football. They were 4 of 7 on third downs here in the second half, but that first half got them backed up. They were down 16-0 at the half and just could not recover from that here today. They were able to put some points up here in the second half. Hats off to this team, though. They fought hard. It wasn't like they just laid down and died on the field today. They fought hard. Sylvere Campbell in the second half. Campbell, all 8 of his receptions in the second half for 103 yards and a pair of touchdowns today. Both touchdowns thrown by Kyle Jesse, kind of a surprise starter today for the Firebirds. Bryce Lowe had pretty much taken over that starting quarterback position since week 2 and did not get the start today. Matter of fact, did not play at all today. We were told, at least I was told earlier this week, it would be a quarterback by committee, but Kyle Jesse stayed with it throughout the entire ball game here today. He went 19 of 33 for 167 yards and a pair of touchdowns, both to Sylvere Campbell. And as I said in that fourth quarter, this team has a lot going for it. They really do. They have a lot of stable of good running backs. Gallardo over 100 yards rushing again today. His back-to-back 100-yard rushes. They will have Noel Wright back. They will get Travis Boston back, both injured today. And then you throw in the freshman running back, hopefully Jacob Boucher. He has a year of eligibility left. He could make it back as well if he decides he wants to come back for that final season. But tell you what, though, it was a great effort, just a better team out there in that Washington University team, and particularly Matt Rush today. As I lost my stats here. Let me see if I can get those back and see what we've got here. Nope, I've somehow, my live stats have gone completely blank here. So I was just about to talk about Matt Rush today. He had no touchdowns in the first half, threw a couple of touchdown passes to Hoyta here in the second half, finished with 300 yards passing. That is his 5th 300-yard passing game of the season for the Bears, and he's certainly going to be considered perhaps for a second-team all-conference. Figure Luke Lennon will probably be first-team all-conference, the quarterback from North Central. And we will see how that shakes out here today. And we're waiting for Dustin Haas. We will get him seated here. We'll get our Harbor Park Health and Fitness player of the game situated here as well. And there are the numbers. 317 passing yards, 473 total yards today for Wash U, 258 for Carthage. Time of possession in favor of the Bears today, in part because struggling with third downs again today. Carthage struggled on third down conversions once again here today. Actually did a little bit better in the second half. I believe they were 4 of 7 in the second half, 4 of 13 for the game. But it adds up to a loss, and we're joined now by head coach Dustin Haas. And coach, it's been kind of the same thing. Last week you were able to move the ball, just unable to finish drives. This week back to the struggles on third down again.
Yeah, we did, especially in the first half. I thought we were better in the second half with it. The first half we struggled to stay on the field, and that's one thing we talked about kind of going into the game that we needed to do to have success. And, obviously we didn't have that in the first half and, really all game.
Yeah, it was a struggle out there. Kyle Jesse got the start today. You and I talked. You thought it would be a quarterback by committee today, but it was Jesse who got the start.
Yeah, he got the start today. Had a good week of practice. Did a lot of good things out there. The blessing of having young quarterbacks is they're going to be here for a while. So it's exciting to see how him and Christian and Bryce and Mike Boyson develop.
Sylvere Campbell, what a second half. 8 receptions in the second half, 103 yards and a pair of touchdowns, some acrobatic catching with those big yellow mitts. What's he got, some spider tack on those mitts here or what?
He's got some big hands, there's no doubt. He's a great football player and did it all with a broken finger, and which makes it even more impressive.
Missed last week, came back this week, had the splint on there. Obviously didn't maybe bother him a little bit in the first half, but you were able to find him in the second half.
Yeah, did a good job of getting him the ball. Coach P put him in some good situations, and obviously Kyle made some good throws.
What makes it excuse me, what makes it nice is he high points the ball. You can throw it up there, he can go up and get it.
He's a big body that does play the ball well in the air. Yep, there's no doubt about that.
And then another nice week running the football. Gallardo just a little bit shy of 100 yards today. Ray Gallardo, 97 yards, 5.1 yards per carry. Back-to-back nice weeks for the freshman running back.
Yeah, again, another kind of thing that we can point to is the depth at running back, and obviously another freshman that did well. But you got to give a lot of that credit to the guys up front, especially this guy right over here.
Drew Neville, one of the captains for this Carthage team, and a senior on this team, taking part in Senior Day. What was going through your mind here today?
Just wanted to, take the field one last time with my guys and leave it all out there. And I was pretty happy with how we performed, especially in the second half. We played hard, and I'm happy to hang it up on this performance despite the outcome.
Gotta love blocking for that little Ray Gallardo. He finds those little seams. It doesn't take much for you guys. Just engage your blocker, give him a little seam, and he's able to find it.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. He surprised me last week, and he carried over that momentum to this week. Really, really solid guy and great performance.
Had to be tough in that offensive lineman's room this year. A lot of injuries at that position. You were able to make all 10 starts at left tackle this year.
Yeah, it's that next man up mentality. Coach Collins, Coach P, and Coach Haas do a good job getting us ready throughout practice every week. So we kind of knew going in things were going to happen. People get banged up, this and that, and it's just kind of next man up. We were confident in our guys, and we're pretty deep in that room, so we know whoever's out there is going to do a good job for us.
Take me back to the pregame here today in that locker room. What was said, even last night with the team meeting, what was said here with the seniors, and you're part of that group. What did you guys have a message to the younger guys, or the other way around?
Yeah, so we kind of just asked everyone just to kind of put themselves in our shoes and be like, hey, this is it for a lot of us. Like, we need you guys to go out there and give it your all and just send us off the right way. And I'm really happy with how we performed, especially in that second half. I thought that the guys really came out and did all they could for us, so I really appreciate it.
I thought you guys found a rhythm there in the second half. That was lacking, I thought, in the first half.
Yeah, and you could feel it on the sideline, too, just the way we came out the locker room. It felt like we were ready to play. The first half, we came out a little flat, got down, and then it kind of took us some time to regroup, but when we did, it felt good out there.
Talk about what goes through your mind here today as you finish off this team. What's your big takeaway in your 4 years here at Carthage?
Just a great program, a lot of great guys. I'm very happy with my time here. Couldn't thank any of the coaches enough. Just really solid. Just trying to soak it all in today because this program means a lot to me, and everything that I put into it and everything that they put in back is just, I appreciate it all. So just trying to make the most of it.
I almost equate it to being in the service, being Veterans Day weekend this weekend. It's serving your country is a little bit different than serving a football team, but it's almost like a band of brothers. Once you get through that, you've played 4 years, you graduate. You're always going to be a Firebird. You're always going to remember that. Yeah,
definitely. And I'll be back next year to cheer them on. I got a lot of close bonds that I made, so I'm excited to see what they do here on out.
What are you doing now with graduation looming?
Just going to hit the books. I'm an accounting major, so I'm going to start studying for the CPA and hopefully get that done before I start working in this next upcoming fall.
Well, you let me know if you need a little contact. I've got a future son-in-law working up at Deloitte, so Josh Garavec, and he speaks highly of you, so perhaps maybe we can work something out. Your internship, now you're going to have one coming up in the spring, correct?
Yeah.
Where are you interning, do you know?
So I interned with BKD this last summer, actually, so I have an offer from them to start up in the fall. So
fantastic.
We'll see how that goes, but I'll keep that in mind as well with Deloitte.
But not what you wanted, though, to finish, but you take some good memories away?
Yeah, a lot of good memories, and, it was a tough year, just with some of the outcomes. Things didn't go our way, but, I'm very proud to be a Firebird, and all the time that I spent here, I look back on it fondly.
Couldn't have picked a better captain for your offense here, and this gentleman right here, Drew Neville, been a captain here all year. He answered the bell every game, played just about every snap in every game this year.
100%. Great kid. He embodies everything that we're looking for. Tough, works hard, great teammate. Couldn't ask for a better leader. He won't tell you this, but he played the second half of the year with a sports hernia. So toughed it out and did it. And like I said, just a great football player, a great kid. He's going to have a ton of success in the future, and can't wait to see him here in 5-10 years so he can, take me out to a nice dinner.
Well, those accountants, yeah, they make big bucks. I said, I might be lucky enough. My future son-in-law might be.
He'll take care of you when you're older.
Yeah,
right?
I hope so. Drew, one final question. The attitude of this team. I know a 6-game losing streak, but you guys never packed it in. I think that is a testament to you guys in that locker room, your captains, keeping this team together.
Yeah, I think the coaches, too, did a really good job of just setting the stage and kind of telling us it's 1 week at a time. You can't get down, you can't get hung up on something that already happened because you can't control the past. So you just got to move forward, and I think they did a really good job. All the younger guys, there's a lot of respect there, and I really appreciate all the hard work they did for us just because we really made an emphasis for them, and they listened and they made sure that they gave us their all.
Well, you've set the foundation, hopefully, for some better things next year. I know, like I said, this isn't the way you wanted it to end, but you guys got a foundation, I think, laid here with the rest of that offensive line, something to follow and emulate, something that you've been able to do here this season.
Yeah, well, I expect big things, and I hope for big things to come, and I appreciate that.
Well, congratulations, Drew. You are Harbor Park Health and Fitness Player of the Game today. I don't know how you can register a left tackle as a player of a game, but I think just the fact that you played with a sports hernia for the last 5 games, oh my goodness, that just hurts hearing that.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty manageable, honestly. It didn't affect me too much, so I was just lucky that I was able to continue on.
Well, good luck to you as you finish up your studies here. Good luck with the internship. Congratulations on a fine career here at Carthage College. We're going to miss you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Great guy.
Great kid. It's going to be hard to replace both on and off the field.
Dustin, where do we go from here? Obviously, 6-game losing skid going into the off season. That's not going to sit well, but I think for the coaches, it's something you got to remember here and try and put something together here. I said during the game, great stable of running backs, great stable of receivers, great stable of quarterbacks. We can get the other side of the ball together on defense. This could be something interesting next year.
There's no doubt we've got some potential. And I told the guys after the game, we need an off season. We need it in the worst way, from injury prevention to just kind of some of that strength and toughness development. We haven't had an off season. Drew is the last class to kind of go through an off season, and we need it in the worst way. The potential's there. We're going to have some kids that kind of stick together and start to grow. But I mean, you could, like Drew said, you could feel it on the sidelines. They didn't give up. They fought their tails off, and we'll continue to improve.
Yeah, you and I have talked about that both on the air and off the air. Go from spring football ending in May with all the stuff going on, then go home and then come right back to it. You only had maybe 2 months, 3 months off. So now they've got a whole full off season of regimen to get themselves stronger and healthier.
100%. I think you look around the CCIW, the top 3 teams in the CCIW are the 3 teams that didn't play in the spring. And everybody else was kind of beat up throughout the year, and I think you're right. I think that had a lot to do with it. Just 2 football seasons in 1 year was a little bit too much.
Quickly, CCIW gets 2 teams in to the tournament?
There's no doubt in my mind. I don't think you can take a 9-1 top 5 Wheaton team, and with their only loss being to the number 1 team in the country by 1 score, and they don't get in. If they don't get in, I think we got some real searching to do on how we evaluate football teams.
We'll get after the guy who's in our region, who's the conference rep for the region. Maybe that's what we have to do.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I thank you so much for another great season. It's been fun covering this team, and it's the losses certainly aren't fun, but certainly hanging around this team. You've got a good feel of the pulse of this team, and like I said, you could see this through this losing skid. These guys didn't give up. They played hard today. In cold weather, you'd think, the heck with it, 37-16, we're going to walk away. But there was still some hard hitting going on right to the final 2 minutes today.
No doubt. They played their tails off, and they did everything we asked of them. But thank you. I appreciate you saying that. And thank you for everything you do, for this football program, for this athletic department. I know you cover a lot of sports and do a lot of great things for us, and we appreciate it.
So much so I blow my voice out from time to time. That's what I did here today on a couple of those acrobatic catches by Sylvere Campbell today. We'll blame it on Sylvere. He owes me a couple of throat lozenges
There you
today.
go, a little honey in the drink tonight.
Good luck to you in the offseason, Coach, and good luck on the recruiting trail. And like I said, this team isn't that far away. Just need to get some rest now, get some recovery, and then get into a regimen here in the offseason.
100%.
Good luck.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Dustin Haas, head football coach for Carthage College, joining us on our post-game here. And thank you to Drew Neville, a senior lineman, left tackle. He was our Harbor Park Health and Fitness player of the game today, brought to you by Harbor Park Health and Fitness, 1 mile south of the Carthage campus on 14th Avenue. Happy, healthy community. Carthage falls today by a final of 37-16. Real quickly, the Triangle Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance Center scoreboard. You're not going to believe this score. North Central beat North Park today 84-6. Yes, you heard that right. 84-6 as the Cardinals ran up 591 yards on the ground against the North Park Vikings today. Wheaton is leading Milliken in Decatur midway through the third quarter, 35-0. Augustana leading Illinois Wesleyan 24-7. That's early in the third quarter. And midway through the third quarter at Elmhurst, it's Carroll on top of Elmhurst, 24-13. Selection Sunday tomorrow. We'll keep our eyes posted. North Central wins the automatic bid, winning the conference, an undefeated conference season at 9-0, 10-0 overall. Wheaton on their way to an 8-1 conference record and 9-1 overall mark. So we'll see. Fingers crossed we get two teams in from the CCIW. That wraps things up here from Art Keller Field in Kenosha. Stay tuned. We've got Rock and Roll Never Forgets with Terry Howell coming your way after the top of the hour. Big thank you to Michael Swartz and Sam Boyle here at Carthage College for making me sound better than I am with all of their stat help and everything else that they do to help behind the scenes. Also, Scott DeLabio, our producer, engineer back in the studio. Nice job all season long. We'll have basketball coming up in December. Right now, we're going to rest and get this voice rested up. Final here today, it was Washington University over Carthage, 37-16. You've been listening to Carthage Football on your home for Carthage Athletics, Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050 WLIP. Good afternoon, everyone.